Do you ever feel nervous when making small talk in English? Do you struggle to find the right words after saying hi, how are you doing? Small talk is the skill of casual conversation. It lets you break the ice, build connections, and relax in social settings. Today, you are going to learn 99 casual conversation sentences. These are the exact expressions native speakers use to talk about the weather, jobs, interests, weekend activities, and more. This shadowing exercise is ideal for A1 to B2 students. We are going to practice in 3 stages. Stage 1, A1 to A2, beginner, very basic small talk phrases for simple chats. Stage 2, B1, intermediate, fluent small talk questions and replies for daily life. Stage 3, B2, upper intermediate, complex small talk for extended chats, sharing views and telling stories. You are going to hear every phrase twice, then you will repeat it twice. Try not to translate, just listen. Picture yourself speaking to a friend and talk. Let's build your confidence in small talk. Let's start. Part 1, Stage 1, A1 to A2, beginner, very basic small talk. These are brief, simple phrases for casual small talk. Greetings. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? Hello there, great to see you. Hello there, great to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening. How are things? How are things? What's new? What's new? Not much, and you? Not much, and you? Basic replies. I'm doing well, thanks. I'm doing well, thanks. I'm fine. What about you? I'm fine. What about you? Quite good. Quite good. Can't complain. Can't complain. Just the usual. Just the usual. I've been better. I've been better. I'm a bit exhausted. I'm a bit exhausted. I'm feeling wonderful today. I'm feeling wonderful today. Discussing the weather. Beautiful day, isn't it? Beautiful day, isn't it? It's bright outside. It's bright outside. It's chilly today. It's chilly today. I enjoy this weather. I enjoy this weather. I dislike the cold. I dislike the cold. Is it always this warm here? Is it always this warm here? Looks like rain. Looks like rain. Basic questions. What is your job? What is your job? Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Are you from around here? Are you from around here? How was your afternoon? How was your afternoon? What did you get up to today? What did you get up to today? Do you own any animals? Do you own any animals? What is your favorite food? What is your favorite food? Do you drink tea? Do you drink tea? Finishing a chat. It was great chatting with you. It was great chatting with you. I need to leave now. I need to leave now. Catch you later. Catch you later. Take it easy. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. Speak to you soon. Speak to you soon. Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. See you next time. See you next time. Extra section. Talking about family. Do you have any siblings? Do you have any siblings? I have one sister. I have one sister. My brother lives in another town. My brother lives in another town. I come from a large family. I come from a large family. I am very close to my father. I am very close to my father. We eat lunch together on weekends. We eat lunch together on weekends. What about your relatives? What about your relatives? That sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. Stage 1 finished. Excellent. You now know very basic casual talk phrases. Let's progress to Stage 2. Part 2. Stage 2. B1 intermediate, fluent small talk. These are longer, more organic phrases for daily conversations. Discussing work. What is your profession? What is your profession? I work as an engineer. I work as an engineer. Do you like your workplace? Do you like your workplace? Yes, usually it's fulfilling. Yes, usually it's fulfilling. I work remotely. I work remotely. My job gets quite demanding sometimes. My job gets quite demanding sometimes. Things are getting hectic. Things are getting hectic. I have a call in 30 minutes. I have a call in 30 minutes. How about you? Where are you working? How about you? Where are you working? Chatting about weekend plans. Got any plans for the weekend? Got any plans for the weekend? I plan to rest at my house. I plan to rest at my house. I might go cycling on Saturday. I might go cycling on Saturday. We are hosting guests for lunch. We are hosting guests for lunch. I'm attending a show on Sunday. I'm attending a show on Sunday. Nothing exciting, just housework. Nothing exciting, just housework. What about you? Got anything planned? What about you? Got anything planned? That sounds really fun. That sounds really fun. Discussing hobbies. How do you spend your free time? How do you spend your free time? I like jogging and listening to music. I like jogging and listening to music. I'm really into painting. I'm really into painting. I play tennis on the weekends. I play tennis on the weekends. I adore baking new desserts. I adore baking new desserts. I have been practicing the piano. I have been practicing the piano. That's fascinating. Tell me more. That's fascinating. Tell me more. We should try that together one day. We should try that together one day. Giving compliments. I really like your outfit. I really like your outfit. That is a gorgeous coat. That is a gorgeous coat. You have a wonderful laugh. You have a wonderful laugh. Your English is incredibly good. Your English is incredibly good. I really like your new haircut. I really like your new haircut. You have great taste in movies. You have great taste in movies. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you saying that. You absolutely made my day. You absolutely made my day. Chatting about travel. Have you taken any trips lately? Have you taken any trips lately? I visited the coast last week. I visited the coast last week. I'm organizing a vacation to Spain soon. I'm organizing a vacation to Spain soon. What places do you suggest? What places do you suggest? I have never visited Europe. I have never visited Europe. I enjoy discovering new traditions. I enjoy discovering new traditions. Do you like the city or the countryside? Do you like the city or the countryside? They are both wonderful in their own ways. They are both wonderful in their own ways. Extra section at a social event. Wonderful gathering, isn't it? Wonderful gathering, isn't it? How did you meet the host? How did you meet the host? We are colleagues. We are colleagues. I came along with my roommate. I came along with my roommate. Have you tasted the snacks? They're amazing. Have you tasted the snacks? They're amazing. The playlist is fantastic. The playlist is fantastic. Would you like a beverage? Would you like a beverage? I really must head out. It's getting dark. I really must head out. It's getting dark. Stage 2 finished. Awesome. You are now holding natural small talk chats. Let's jump to Stage 3. Part 3. Stage 3. B2 to Upper Intermediate. Advanced Casual Talk. These are lengthier, more complex expressions for profound conversations and sharing stories. Offering opinions casually. I believe that is a brilliant idea. I believe that is a brilliant idea. Frankly speaking, I don't really care for sweet things. Frankly speaking, I don't really care for sweet things. From what I've seen, evenings are the quietest time to focus. From what I've seen, evenings are the quietest time to focus. I believe that folks should read more during their youth. I believe that folks should read more during their youth. It appears that you have a lot of passion. It appears that you have a lot of passion. I have always felt that honesty is the greatest virtue. I have always felt that honesty is the greatest virtue. That is one perspective to consider. That is one perspective to consider. I hadn't considered it from that angle. Fascinating. I hadn't considered it from that angle. Fascinating. Sharing a quick story. Something amusing occurred to me yesterday. Something amusing occurred to me yesterday. I was standing at the station when I noticed a cat on a leash. I was standing at the station when I noticed a cat on a leash.
The person was attempting to record a video. The person was attempting to record a video. The cat kept tangling the leash up. The cat kept tangling the leash up. People waiting around began chuckling. People waiting around began chuckling. It was a very basic but joyful experience. It was a very basic but joyful experience. That brings to mind a related memory. That brings to mind a related memory. I appreciate you telling me that. It brightened my day. I appreciate you telling me that. It brightened my day. Posing follow-up questions. Oh wow, how did that come about? Oh wow, how did that come about? That sounds thrilling. Explain further. That sounds thrilling. Explain further. What occurred right after that? What occurred right after that? How did you react to it? How did you react to it? Have you previously tried anything similar? Have you previously tried anything similar? What was the absolute highlight? What was the absolute highlight? That must have been quite difficult. That must have been quite difficult. I totally understand how that feels. I totally understand how that feels. Chatting about local news lightly. Have you heard about the music festival in the city? Have you heard about the music festival in the city? I read online that a huge library is opening soon. I read online that a huge library is opening soon. I have been tracking that topic as well. It is captivating. I haven't checked it out yet, but I hope to. What is your opinion on the matter? What is your opinion on the matter? I am uncertain about what is true. I am uncertain about what is true. Let us switch the topic. It is slightly serious. Let us switch the topic. It is slightly serious. Showing engagement and empathy. That sounds incredible. I'm thrilled for you. That sounds incredible. I'm thrilled for you. Oh dear, that is a shame. I regret hearing that. Oh dear, that is a shame. I regret hearing that. I completely grasp what you're saying. I completely grasp what you're saying. That had to be incredibly tough. That had to be incredibly tough. You must feel extremely proud of yourself. You must feel extremely proud of yourself. I'm happy things resolved themselves eventually. I'm happy things resolved themselves eventually. You managed the situation perfectly. You managed the situation perfectly. I'm grateful you confided that in me. I'm grateful you confided that in me. Extra section, discussing future goals in depth. Where do you envisage yourself in 5 years? Where do you envisage yourself in 5 years? I wish to progress in my field and perhaps buy a home. I wish to progress in my field and perhaps buy a home. I am considering returning to university. I am considering returning to university. I would love to launch my own company eventually. I would love to launch my own company eventually. How about you? What are your ultimate ambitions? How about you? What are your ultimate ambitions? I am focusing on the present moment right now. I am focusing on the present moment right now. It is motivating to listen to your visions. It is motivating to listen to your visions. Let us remain in contact and see how things unfold. Let us remain in contact and see how things unfold. Stage 3 finished. Incredible. You have successfully finished all 3 stages. You can now engage in small talk with confidence, from basic hellos to profound discussions and telling stories. Wrap up and next moves. Great job! You now possess 99 casual conversation expressions. You discovered how to welcome people, discuss the weather, careers, hobbies, weekend goals, journeys, dining, and even tell brief tales. Casual conversation is an ability. The more you rehearse it, the smoother it gets. Apply these phrases at gatherings, in elevators, at cafes, and with new faces. Every interaction is training. If this lesson benefited you, hit the like button. Subscribe for additional shadowing exercises. Send it to a buddy who wishes to converse in English confidently. Drop a comment below with your preferred casual conversation subject. I review every single comment. Keep talking, keep connecting, and keep trusting in your abilities. Catch you in the next video.
Hey, quick question. Have you ever opened your mouth to speak English and felt like a walking textbook? You know the grammar, but you still sound weird. Today, I'm going to fix that forever. In the next 18 minutes, I'm giving you 25 supernatural English words and phrases that native speakers actually use every single day, while getting ready in the morning and while grocery shopping. By the end of this video, you'll sound noticeably more natural. If you're ready to finally stop sounding robotic, hit that like button and let's dive in. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Vanessa. For over 10 years, I've been helping millions of people speak real, confident, everyday English. And today's lesson is extra special because these are the exact phrases I wish someone had taught me when I was learning languages. A lot of teachers tell you, just speak naturally, but they never show you how. Today, I'm actually showing you. So grab a pen and paper because this one is packed. Also, I made a beautiful free PDF worksheet for you with every single word, plus example sentences, a quiz, and a speaking challenge. Just click the link in the description, drop your name and email, and I'll send it straight to your inbox. It's my gift to you. Okay, part 1, morning routine vocabulary. Make it relatable and visual. Alright, let's start with your morning routine, because this is the first English you speak every day. Imagine this. You just woke up. Your hair is a mess. You're standing in front of the mirror. Here's how to talk about it naturally. Number 1, to irritate. First up, to irritate. This word is gold. It can be physical or emotional. Your contact lenses making your eyes red? These contacts are really irritating my eyes today. Your roommate playing loud music while you're trying to get ready? His music is starting to irritate me. Number 2, instinct. Something you do without thinking. When something flies toward your face, you blink. That's pure instinct. We also say trust your instincts or trust your gut. I was going to take that job, but my gut told me no. I trusted my instincts and I'm so glad I did. Number 3, to drip down. So much more natural than just drip. Water is dripping down the mirror after my hot shower. The face wash is dripping down my neck. Number 4, to make an awful lot of a difference. This one is powerful. To make an awful lot.
Part 2, Food and Grocery Shopping Vocabulary. Now, let's go to the grocery store, because this is where real English happens. Number 1, to go with the flow. I don't make strict meal plans, I just go with the flow when I shop. Number 2, a big thing of. Instead of saying a big bag of rice, natives say, I bought a big thing of rice. Get a big thing of milk on your way home. Number 3, another thing of. We need another thing of olive oil. Super casual and natural. Number 4, to go through. My family goes through so much snacks every week. I go through a lot of notebooks because I write everything down. Number 5, a treat or to treat yourself. I bought myself a little treat, these fancy chocolates. You work so hard, you should treat yourself this weekend. Number 6, harder than it looks. Cooking healthy every day is harder than it looks. Number 7, immune boosting. I'm eating a lot of immune boosting foods like ginger and turmeric. Number 8, to be picky about. I'm very picky about the bread I buy. Kids are usually picky about vegetables. Number 9, when possible. When possible, I try to buy local products. Number 10, to run out of space. My fridge is running out of space. My phone ran out of space again. Bonus, to give in. My kids kept begging for ice cream, so I finally gave in. Part 3, workplace and office vocabulary. To grind, to work very hard. I've been grinding all week to finish this project. Brainstorm, to think of ideas together. Let's brainstorm some new marketing ideas. Touch base, to check in quickly. I'll touch base with the client tomorrow. Burnout, feeling extremely tired from too much work. I'm heading toward burnout if I don't rest. On the same page. Everyone understands the same thing. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. Pitch in, to help with work. Everyone pitched in to meet the deadline. Deadline crunch, last-minute pressure. We're in a real deadline crunch right now. Micromanage, control every small detail. My manager likes to micromanage everything. Circle back, return to a topic later. Let's circle back to this point next week. Game changer, something that changes everything for the better. This tool has been a total game changer. Bonus, call it a day. Stop working for the day. It's getting late, let's call it a day. Part 4, weather and seasons vocabulary. Muggy, hot and sticky. It feels so muggy today, I can't breathe. Pour down, rain very heavily. It started to pour down as soon as I stepped out. Chilly, quite cold. The morning air is chilly, wear a sweater. Scorching, extremely hot. The sun is scorching this afternoon. Overcast, sky full of clouds. It's overcast, it might rain later. Clear up, weather becomes better. The sky is clearing up now. Breeze, gentle wind. There's a nice cool breeze coming in. Drizzle, light rain. It's only a drizzle, no need for an umbrella. Humid, moist and damp air. The humid weather makes everything sticky. Blistering, very intense heat. We had blistering heat all weekend. Bonus, Indian summer, warm weather in late autumn. Part 5, meeting friends vocabulary. Catch up, talk about life updates. We need to catch up soon. Hang out, spend relaxed time. Let's hang out at the park. Grab a bite, eat something quick. Want to grab a bite after class? Long time no see, greeting after long time. Hey, long time no see. Chill, relax casually. We just chilled and watched Netflix. Turn up, arrive often late. What time did you finally turn up? Spill the tea, share gossip. Okay, spill the tea about yesterday. Bail on, cancel plans suddenly. Please don't bail on me again. Tag along. Join someone's plan. Can I tag along with you guys? Hit it off. Get along immediately. We hit it off right from the start. Bonus, squad, your close group of friends. Part 6, travel experiences vocabulary. Wanderlust, strong desire to travel. I have serious wanderlust. Jet lagged, tired from time zones. I'm still jet lagged from the flight. Off the beaten path, not touristy. We went off the beaten path. Bucket list, dreams to do. It's on my bucket list. Rough it, travel simply. We decided to rough it this time. Scenic route, beautiful, longer road. Let's take the scenic route. Layover, waiting between flights. We had a long layover in Dubai. Soak it in. Enjoy the moment. Just stop and soak it in. Hidden gem, great unknown place. This beach is a hidden gem. Road trip, travel by car. We're going on a road trip. Bonus, wander off. Get lost while exploring.
Part 7. Cooking at home vocabulary. Whip up. Make food quickly. I can whip up dinner in 20 minutes. From scratch. Made fresh, no ready mix. I made the sauce from scratch. To simmer. Cook on low heat. Let the curry simmer for 15 minutes. Burnt to a crisp. Overcooked badly. I burnt the toast to a crisp. Leftovers. Food from previous meal. We're eating leftovers tonight. To season. Add spices. Don't forget to season the chicken. Taste test. Try the food. Come do a taste test. Chop up. Cut into pieces. Chop up the vegetables. Comfort food. Food that makes you feel good. Pasta is my comfort food. To throw together. Make quickly. I threw together a quick salad. Bonus, secret ingredient, special edition. Part 8, gym and exercise vocabulary. To pump iron, lift weights. I go to the gym to pump iron. Sweat it out, exercise hard. Let's sweat it out today. Personal best, your best record. I hit a new personal best. To skip, miss a session. I skipped leg day. Sore, muscle pain after workout. My arms are so sore. Warm up, light start. Always do a warm up first. To push yourself, work harder. You need to push yourself. Cardio, heart exercises. I prefer cardio over weights. To cool down, slow ending. Don't forget to cool down. Workout buddy, exercise partner. She's my workout buddy. Bonus, no pain, no gain. Part 9, shopping for clothes vocabulary. To try on, wear to check. Can I try this on? Fits like a glove. This shirt fits like a glove. To splurge, spend a lot. I splurged on new shoes. On sale, discounted. These jeans are on sale. To match, go well together. This doesn't match my pants. Baggy, loose fitting. I like baggy t-shirts. To return, give back. I need to return this. Window shopping, looking without buying. We're just window shopping. Outfit, complete clothes. Cute outfit today. To dress up, wear formal. We need to dress up for the party. Bonus, steal. Very cheap, good item. Part 10, technology and gadgets vocabulary. To glitch, stop working properly. My phone keeps glitching. User-friendly, easy to use. This app is very user-friendly. To charge up, put on charging. I need to charge up my laptop. Lag, slow response. The game has too much lag. To crash, stop suddenly. My computer crashed again.
Cutting edge, very modern. This is cutting edge technology. To update, new version. Did you update the software? Battery drainer, uses too much power. This app is a battery drainer. To sync, connect together. Make sure your watch syncs. Tech savvy, good with technology. She's very tech savvy. Bonus, bug, software problem. Part 11, health and doctor visits vocabulary. Under the weather, feeling sick. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Checkup, medical examination. I have a doctor's checkup tomorrow. Side effect, unwanted reaction. This medicine has many side effects. Runny nose, nose dripping. I have a runny nose and cough. To shake off, recover from illness. I'm trying to shake off this cold. Fit as a fiddle, very healthy. After exercise, I feel fit as a fiddle. Prescription, doctor's medicine note. The doctor gave me a prescription. Break out, suddenly appear, rash. I broke out in pimples. Boost, increase energy or health. I need an energy boost. Come down with, get sick. I came down with the flu. Bonus, touch and go, uncertain recovery. Part 12, daily commute and transportation vocabulary. Rush hour, very busy traffic time. I hate traveling during rush hour. Hop on, get on transport. Hop on the bus, quickly. Miss the bus, be late. I missed the bus by 2 minutes. Gridlock, complete traffic jam. There's total gridlock on the highway. Commute, travel to work. My commute takes 1 hour. Packed like sardines, very crowded. The metro was packed like sardines. Catch a ride, get a lift. Can I catch a ride with you? Hit traffic, get stuck in traffic. I hit traffic on the way. Smooth ride, comfortable journey. The flight was a smooth ride. Drop off, leave someone. I'll drop you off at the station. Bonus, joyride, fun, unnecessary drive. Part 13, house cleaning and chores vocabulary. Tidy up, make neat. Let's tidy up before guests come. Do the laundry, wash clothes. I need to do the laundry today. Clutter, messy things everywhere. My room is full of clutter. Wipe down, clean surfaces. Wipe down the kitchen counter. Spring clean, deep cleaning. I did a full spring clean. Chores, daily housework. I hate doing household chores. Dust off, remove dust. Dust off the shelves. Spotless, perfectly clean. The house looks spotless. Mop up, clean liquid. Mop up the spilled water. Declutter, remove unnecessary items. I need to declutter my wardrobe. Bonus, spark joy. Make you happy, Marie Kondo style. Part 15, dating and relationships vocabulary. Hit it off, connect well. We really hit it off on our first date. Ghost, suddenly stop replying. He ghosted me after 3 dates. Butterflies, nervous, excited feeling. I still get butterflies. Red flag, warning sign. That's a big red flag. Catch feelings, start liking someone. I caught feelings for him. Break the ice, start conversation. Let's break the ice. Chemistry, natural connection. There was instant chemistry. Friend zone, only friends. I got friend zoned. Go Dutch, split the bill. We decided to go Dutch. Spark, special attraction. There was no spark. Bonus, the one, perfect partner. Part 16, learning new skills vocabulary. Steep learning curve, difficult at first. It has a steep learning curve. Pick up, learn quickly. I picked up cooking fast. Hands-on, practical learning. I prefer hands-on experience. Trial and error. Learning by mistakes. It's all trial and error. Brush up. Improve again. I need to brush up my English. Crash course. Fast learning. I took a crash course. Get the hang of it. Understand how. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Nail it. Do perfectly. You totally nailed it. Rusty. Out of practice. My guitar skills are rusty. Dive in. Start seriously. Just dive in and start learning. Bonus. Light bulb moment. Sudden understanding. Part 17. Social media usage vocabulary. Scroll through. Look quickly. I scroll through reels every night. Go viral. Become very popular. This video went viral. Post. Share content. I posted a story. Doom scroll. Scroll endlessly. I was doom scrolling at 2 a.m. Flex. Show off. He loves to flex on Instagram. Ghost mode. Stay invisible. I'm in ghost mode. Engagement. Likes and comments. The post got good engagement. Unfollow. Stop following. I unfollowed toxic accounts. Throw shade. Indirect criticism. She threw shade at me. FOMO. Fear of missing out. I have serious FOMO. Bonus. Cancel. Publicly reject someone.
Part 10. Technology and gadgets vocabulary. Glitch. Temporary problem. My app keeps glitching. User-friendly. Easy to use. This website is very user-friendly. Charge up. Put on charging. I need to charge up my phone. Lag. Slow performance. The video has too much lag. Crash. Stop working suddenly. My laptop crashed again. Cutting edge. Very advanced. This is cutting-edge technology. Update. New version. Did you update your phone? Battery drainer. Uses too much power. This game is a battery drainer. Sync. Connect devices. Make sure your watch syncs properly. Tech savvy. Good with tech. My brother is very tech savvy. Bonus. Bug. Software error. Part 11. Health and doctor's visits vocabulary. Under the weather. Feeling sick. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Checkup. Medical examination. I have a doctor's checkup tomorrow. Side effect. Unwanted reaction. This medicine has many side effects. Runny nose. Nose dripping. I have a runny nose and cough. To shake off. Recover from illness. I'm trying to shake off this cold. Fit as a fiddle. Very healthy. After exercise, I feel fit as a fiddle. Prescription. Doctor's medicine note. The doctor gave me a prescription. Break out. Suddenly appear. Rash. I broke out in pimples. Boost. Increase energy or health. I need an energy boost. Come down with. Get sick. I came down with the flu. Bonus. Touch and go. Uncertain recovery. Part 12. Daily commute and transportation vocabulary. Rush hour. Very busy traffic time. I hate traveling during rush hour. Hop on. Get on transport. Hop on the bus quickly. Miss the bus. Be late. I missed the bus by 2 minutes. Gridlock. Complete traffic jam. There's total gridlock on the highway. Commute. Travel to work. My commute takes 1 hour. Packed like sardines. Very crowded. The metro was packed like sardines. Catch a ride. Get a lift. Can I catch a ride with you? Hit traffic. Get stuck in traffic. I hit traffic on the way. Smooth ride. Comfortable journey. The flight was a smooth ride. Drop off. Leave someone. I'll drop you off at the station. Bonus. Joyride. Fun, unnecessary drive. Part 15. House cleaning and chores vocabulary. Tidy up. Make neat.
Let's tidy up before guests come. Do the laundry. Wash clothes. I need to do the laundry today. Clutter. Messy things everywhere. My room is full of clutter. Wipe down. Clean surfaces. Wipe down the kitchen counter. Spring clean. Deep cleaning. I did a full spring clean. Chores. Daily housework. I hate doing household chores. Dust off. Remove dust. Dust off the shelves. Spotless. Perfectly clean. The house looks spotless. Mop up. Clean liquid. Mop up the spilled water. Declutter. Remove unnecessary items. I need to declutter my wardrobe. Bonus. Spark joy. Make you happy, Marie Kondo style. Part 17. Dating and relationships vocabulary. Hit it off. Connect well. We really hit it off on our first date. Ghost. Suddenly stop replying. He ghosted me after 3 dates. Butterflies. Nervous, excited feeling. I still get butterflies. Red flag. Warning sign. That's a big red flag. Catch feelings. Start liking someone. I caught feelings for him. Break the ice. Start conversation. Let's break the ice. Chemistry. Natural connection. There was instant chemistry. Friend zone. Only friends. I got friend zoned. Go Dutch. Split the bill. We decided to go Dutch. Spark. Special attraction. There was no spark. Bonus. The one. Perfect partner. Part 16. Learning new skills vocabulary. Steep learning curve. Difficult at first. It has a steep learning curve. Pick up. Learn quickly. I picked up cooking fast. Hands-on. Practical learning. I prefer hands-on experience. Trial and error. Learning by mistakes. It's all trial and error. Brush up. Improve again. I need to brush up my English. Crash course. Fast learning. I took a crash course. Get the hang of. Understand how. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Nail it. Do perfectly. You totally nailed it. Rusty. Out of practice. My guitar skills are rusty. Dive in. Start seriously. Just dive in and start learning. Bonus. Light bulb moment. Sudden understanding. Part 17. Social media usage vocabulary. Scroll through. Look quickly. I scroll through reels every night. Go viral. Become very popular. This video went viral. Post. Share content. I posted a story. Doom scroll. Scroll endlessly. I was doom scrolling at 2 a.m. Flex. Show off. He loves to flex on Instagram. Ghost mode. Stay invisible. I'm in ghost mode. Engagement. Likes and comments. The post got good engagement. Unfollow. Stop following. I unfollowed toxic accounts. Throw shade. Indirect criticism. She threw shade at me. FOMO. Fear of missing out. I have serious FOMO. Bonus. Cancel. Publicly reject someone. Part 18. Holidays and celebrations vocabulary. Festive season. Celebration time. I love the festive season. Throw a party. Organize celebration. We threw a big party. Countdown. Wait excitedly. We're counting down to Diwali. Unwind. Relax. Time to unwind during holidays. Get together. Family or friends meeting. We had a family get together. Binge. Watch or eat a lot. I binged all the sweets. Make memories. Create good moments. Let's make memories. Deck the halls. Decorate. Time to deck the halls. Holiday spirit. Festive mood. I'm full of holiday spirit. Ring in. Celebrate beginning. Let's ring in the new year. Bonus. Hangover. Feeling after party. Part 19. Dealing with stress. Burnout. Complete exhaustion. I'm suffering from burnout. Chill out. Relax. You need to chill out. Breathe through it. Calm by breathing. Just breathe through it. Overwhelmed. Too much pressure. I feel completely overwhelmed. Take a breather. Short break. I need to take a breather. Stress out. Become very anxious. Don't stress out. Unwind. Release tension. Music helps me unwind. Bottle up. Hide feelings. Don't bottle up your emotions. Headspace. Mental peace. I need some headspace. Bounce back. Recover. You'll bounce back soon. Bonus. Zen mode. Complete calmness. Part 19. Pet care vocabulary. Furry friend. Pet. My furry friend woke me up. Walkies. Take dog for walk. Time for walkies. Scratch post. For cats. The cat loves her scratch post. Fetch. Game with dog. Let's play fetch. Vet visit. Doctor for animals. We have a vet visit tomorrow. Spoil. Give extra love. I love spoiling my dog. Litter box. Cat toilet. Clean the litter box. Purr. Cat happy sound. She's purring loudly. Adopt. Take home pet. We adopted a rescue dog. Wag tail. Happy dog sign. He wags his tail when excited. Bonus. Fur baby. Pet as child. Part 20. Gardening and plants vocabulary. Green thumb. Good at gardening. She has a green thumb. Watering can. Tool for water. Fill the watering can. Bloom. Flower opens. The roses are blooming. Prune. Cut plants. Time to prune the branches. Soil. Earth for plants. Use good quality soil. Grow like crazy. Grow fast. My basil is growing like crazy. Wilt. Plant becomes weak. The leaves are wilting. Compost. Natural fertilizer. I use homemade compost. Indoor plant. House plant. I love my indoor plants. Harvest. Collect grown food. Time to harvest tomatoes. Bonus. Plant parent. Someone who cares for plants. Part 22. Sports and watching games vocabulary. Kickoff. Game starts. The match kicks off at 8. Cheer on. Support team. We cheered on our team. Close call. Almost lose. That was a close call. Underdog. Less expected winner. The underdog won. Blowout. Easy win. It was a total blowout. Tie. Equal score. The game ended in a tie. Nail biter. Very exciting. It was a real nail biter. Bench. Sit out. He's on the bench today. Hype. Excitement, energy. The crowd had so much hype. Comeback. Return and win. What an amazing comeback. Bonus. Home advantage. Part 24. Restaurant and eating out vocabulary. Grab a table. Find seat. Let's grab a table. Specials. Today's offers. What are the specials? Split the bill. Share payment. Should we split the bill? To go. Takeaway. I'll have it to go. Overpriced. Too expensive. The food was overpriced. Mouth-watering. Looks delicious. The dish was mouth-watering. Food coma. Feel sleepy after eating. I'm in a food coma. Waitstaff. Restaurant workers. The waitstaff was friendly. Dine in. Eat inside. We decided to dine in. Hidden gem. Great unknown restaurant. This place is a hidden gem. Bonus. Doggy bag. Part 25. Banking and money matters vocabulary. Broke. No money. I'm completely broke. Budget. Spending plan. I need to stick to my budget. Splurge. Spend extra. I splurged on new shoes. Break even. No profit, no loss. We just broke even. Treat yourself. Buy something nice. Treat yourself once in a while. Save up. Collect money. I'm saving up for a trip. Bargain. Good, cheap deal. That was a real bargain. Bust. Ran out of money. My account is bust. Invest. Put money to grow. I want to invest in stocks. Tight. Low on money. Money is tight this month. Bonus. Rainy Day Fund. Part 24. School and Studying Vocabulary. Cram. Study at last minute. I need to cram for exams. Pull an all-nighter. Study all night. I pulled an all-nighter. Ace. Get perfect marks. I aced the test. Burn the midnight oil. Study late. I've been burning the midnight oil. Drop out. Leave school. He decided to drop out. Hit the books. Study seriously. Time to hit the books. Pass with flying colors. Do very well. She passed with flying colors. Review. Study again. Let's review the notes. Deadline. Last date. The assignment deadline is tomorrow. Brain freeze. Can't think. I had total brain freeze. Bonus, A for effort. Part 25. Home repairs and maintenance vocabulary. Fix up. Repair. I need to fix up the sink. Leak. Water coming out. There's a leak in the pipe. Handy. Good at repairs. My dad is very handy. DIY. Do it yourself. I did a DIY project. Wear and tear. Normal damage. This is normal wear and tear. Patch up. Temporary repair. I patched up the wall. Clogged. Blocked. The drain is clogged. Tighten. Make stronger. Tighten the screws. Break down. Stop working. The AC broke down. Upgrade. Make better. We upgraded the kitchen. Bonus. Quick fix. Part 26. Fashion and personal style vocabulary. Trendy. Latest fashion. That's very trendy. Slay. Look amazing. You slayed that outfit. Casual. Relaxed clothes. I prefer casual wear. Statement piece. Special item. This necklace is my statement piece. Mix and match. Combined clothes. I love to mix and match. Timeless. Always stylish. This is a timeless design. Accessorize. Add extra items. Don't forget to accessorize. Wardrobe. All clothes. I need to update my wardrobe. Flatter. Make look good. This color flatters you. Chic. Stylish and elegant. She has a chic style. Bonus. Fashion forward. Part 27. Music and concerts vocabulary. Banger. Very good song. This song is a banger. Catchy. Easy to remember. The tune is so catchy. Jam. Play music together. Let's jam this weekend. Hype. Excited energy. The crowd had so much hype. Chill vibes. Relaxing music. I need chill vibes. Belt out. Sing loudly. She belted out the song. Earworm. Song stuck in head. This is such an earworm. Live performance. In person. The live performance was amazing. Playlist. List of songs. I made a new playlist. Drop a beat. Start music. Drop a beat. Bonus. Headbang.
Part 28. Books and reading vocabulary. Page turner. Very interesting book. This novel is a real page turner. Devour. Read quickly. I devoured the entire book. Plot twist. Surprise change. The plot twist was shocking. Immerse. Deeply involved. I got completely immersed. Bookmark. Save page. I need a bookmark. Binge read. Read a lot at once. I binge read the series. Cliffhanger. Exciting ending. It ended on a cliffhanger. Unputdownable. Can't stop reading. The book was unputdownable. Genre. Type of book. What's your favorite genre? Reread. Read again. I love to reread classics. Bonus. Bookworm. Part 29. Environment and sustainability vocabulary. Eco-friendly. Good for environment. I buy eco-friendly products. Reduce, reuse, recycle. 3R rule. Follow reduce, reuse, recycle. Carbon footprint. Impact on Earth. I want to reduce my carbon footprint. Go green. Become environmentally friendly.
Let's go green. Sustainable. Can last long. We need sustainable living. Single use. Use once. Avoid single-use plastic. Upcycle. Reuse creatively. I upcycled old bottles. Greenwashing. Fake eco-claims. That's just greenwashing. Conservation. Protection. We need wildlife conservation. Zero waste. No garbage. I'm trying zero waste lifestyle. Bonus. Mother Earth. Part 32. Future plans and dreams vocabulary. Big dreams. Ambitious goals. I have big dreams. Bucket list. Things to do. It's on my bucket list. Look forward to. Excited for future. I look forward to it. Chase your dreams. Follow goals. Go chase your dreams. Long term. Far future. This is my long-term plan. Short term. Near future. My short-term goal is aspire. Strongly want. I aspire to become milestone. Important achievement. This is a big milestone. Manifest. Make it happen. I'm trying to manifest success. Step by step. Gradually. We'll do it step by step. Bonus. Dream big. Part 36. Family gatherings vocabulary. Get together. Family meeting. We had a lovely family get together. Catch up. Talk after long time. Time to catch up with relatives. Bond. Become closer. We bonded over food. Family tradition. Old custom. It's our family tradition. Reunion. Meeting again. The family reunion was fun. Tease. Playful joking. They love to tease me. Heirloom. Old family item. This is a family heirloom. Generation. Age group. 3 generations together. Warm welcome. Friendly greeting. They gave me a warm welcome. Quality time. Good time together. We spent quality time. Bonus. Family drama. Part 35. Hobbies and free time vocabulary. Unwind. Relax. I unwind by painting. Pick up. Start new hobby. I picked up photography. Zone out. Forget everything. I zone out while reading. Passion project. Personal work. This is my passion project. Downtime. Free time. I need more downtime. Geek out. Get very excited. I geek out over cars. Tinker. Play with something. I like to tinker with gadgets. Wind down. Relax before sleep. I wind down with music. Pursue. Follow interest. I want to pursue dancing. Me time. Time for self. I need some me time. Part 34. Emotions and feelings vocabulary. Over the moon. Extremely happy. I'm over the moon with my new job. Down in the dumps. Feeling sad. I've been down in the dumps lately. On edge. Nervous or irritable. I'm feeling a bit on edge today. Blow off steam. Release anger. I exercise to blow off steam. Mixed feelings. Conflicted emotions. I have mixed feelings about moving. Heartbroken. Deeply sad from love. She was heartbroken after the breakup. Thrilled. Very excited. I'm thrilled about the trip. Frustrated. Annoyed and stuck. I'm frustrated with slow internet. Grateful. Thankful. I'm grateful for my family. Numb. No emotions. After the news, I felt numb. Bonus. Butterflies in the stomach. Part 35. Sleep and bedtime vocabulary. Hit the hay. Go to sleep. I'm going to hit the hay early. Toss and turn. Move in bed unable to sleep. I tossed and turned all night. Catch some Z's. Sleep. I need to catch some Z's. Power nap. Short sleep. I took a 20-minute power nap. Sleep like a baby. Sleep deeply. I slept like a baby. Burn the midnight oil. Stay up late. I burned the midnight oil studying. Wake up on the wrong side. Start day grumpy. I woke up on the wrong side today. Drift off. Fall asleep slowly. I drifted off while reading. Restless night. Poor sleep. I had a restless night. Crash out. Sleep suddenly. I crashed out on the sofa. Bonus, beauty sleep. Part 35. Fitness goals vocabulary. Get in shape. Become fit. I want to get in shape this year. Make gains. Build muscle. I'm making good gains at the gym. Plateau. Stop improving. I've hit a plateau in my weight loss. Crush it. Do very well in today's workout. Stay consistent. Keep going. Consistency is key. Feel the burn. Muscle working hard. I can feel the burn. Track progress. Monitor improvement. I track my progress weekly. Setbacks. Temporary problems. Don't let setbacks stop you. Endorphin rush. Happy feeling after exercise. I love the endorphin rush. Transform. Big positive change. My body has transformed. Bonus, summer body. Part 36. Online shopping vocabulary. Add to cart. Put item for buying. I added 3 dresses to cart. Flash sale. Short discount. There's a flash sale right now. Free shipping. No delivery cost. This store offers free shipping. One-click buy. Fast purchase. I love one-click buy. Review. Customer feedback. Check the reviews first. Out of stock. No more available. It's out of stock. Return policy. Rules for returning. Read the return policy. Cart abandonment. Leave without buying. I always do cart abandonment. Deal. Good offer. This is such a great deal. Wish list. Save for later. I added it to my wish list. Bonus, impulse buy. Part 37. Public speaking vocabulary. Stage fright. Fear of speaking. I still get stage fright. Break the ice. Start comfortably. Use a joke to break the ice. Nail the delivery. Speak perfectly. You nailed the delivery. Q&A. Questions and answers. We have a Q&A session. Make eye contact. Look at the audience. Always make eye contact. Filler words. Like, ah. Avoid filler words. Engage the audience. Keep them interested. Ask questions to engage them. Wrap up. End speech. Let me wrap up. Takeaway. Main message. What's the key takeaway? Pacing. Speed of speaking. Slow down your pacing.
Part 38. Job interview vocabulary. Sell yourself. Talk about strengths. You need to sell yourself. Walk me through. Explain your background. Walk me through your resume. Strengths and weaknesses. Good points and bad. What are your strengths? Cultural fit. Match company culture. They check cultural fit. Follow up. Contact after interview. I sent a follow-up email. Nervous wreck. Very nervous. I was a nervous wreck. Behavioral questions. Past examples. They asked behavioral questions. Offer letter. Job confirmation. I received the offer letter. Negotiate. Discuss salary. I negotiated my salary. Land the job. Get hired. I finally landed the job. Bonus. Thank you note. Part 41. Breaking bad habits vocabulary. Kick the habit. Stop bad behavior. I'm trying to kick the habit. Cold turkey. Stop suddenly. I quit smoking cold turkey. Trigger. Cause of habit. Stress is my biggest trigger. Replace. Put good habit instead.
Replace scrolling with reading. Relapse. Go back to old habit. I had a small relapse. Accountability. Someone to check you. I need accountability. Slip up. Make small mistake. Everyone slips up sometimes. Break the cycle. Stop repeating. It's time to break the cycle. Willpower. Inner strength. It takes willpower. Progress over perfection. Focus on improvement. Progress over perfection. Bonus. Habit stacking. Part 42. Making friends vocabulary. Break the ice. Start conversation. Use humor to break the ice. Click with. Get along naturally. We really clicked. Keep in touch. Stay connected. Let's keep in touch. Social butterfly. Very social person. She's a social butterfly. Acquaintance. Not close friend. He's just an acquaintance. Bond over. Connect through something. We bonded over music. Reach out. Contact first. I reached out to make new friends. Inner circle. Close friends. Only my inner circle knows. Ghost. Disappear from contact. Don't ghost people. Vibe check. See if compatible. We had a good vibe check. Bonus. Friendship goals. Part 44. Public transport vocabulary. Catch the train. Get on time. I barely caught the train. Peak hours. Busiest time. Avoid peak hours. Delay. Late arrival. The bus is delayed again. Transfer. Change vehicle. I need to transfer at the next stop. Standee. Person standing. I'm a standee today. Swipe card. Use ticket. Swipe your card here. Crowded. Full of people. The metro is always crowded. Missed stop. Pass your destination. I missed my stop. Last mile. Final part of journey. Last mile connectivity is poor. Commuter. Daily traveler. I'm a daily commuter. Bonus. Rush hour madness. Part 45. Movie watching vocabulary. Binge watch. Watch many episodes. I binge watched the whole season. Plot twist. Surprise. The plot twist blew my mind. Blockbuster. Very successful movie. It's a blockbuster. Cliffhanger. Exciting unfinished end. It ended on a cliffhanger. Spoiler. Reveal ending. No spoilers. Edge of your seat. Very exciting. I was on the edge of my seat. Flop. Failed movie. That movie was a flop. Soundtrack. Movie music. The soundtrack is amazing. Sequel. Next part. They announced the sequel. Cameo. Short famous actor appearance. There was a surprise cameo. Bonus. Popcorn movie.
When I was a young student, I failed my English tests many times. I did not fail just once or twice. I failed over and over again. And the interesting thing is, I was trying very hard. I studied every single day. I sat at my desk for hours. I wrote down vocabulary words. I memorized grammar rules from my books. But I still could not pass the exams. Why did this happen? It happened because I did not understand how real English actually works. I thought learning a language was like learning math.
I thought it was just about memorizing long lists of words, learning rules, and writing perfect sentences. But real everyday English is not like that. Real English moves very fast. It flows like water. It feels alive. I still remember the very first time I heard native speakers talking to each other in real life. I felt completely lost. I felt so confused. I did not know what was happening. It was a very scary feeling because I had spent so much time studying, but I could not understand a single sentence. To my ears, their voices just sounded like loud noise. It felt like waves of the ocean hitting the beach very, very fast. Before I could understand the first wave, the second wave was already hitting me. I actually knew some of the words they were saying. If those words were written down on a piece of paper, I could read them easily. But when they spoke, all those words disappeared. I could not catch them. Maybe you are feeling the exact same way right now. When you watch a movie, listen to a podcast, or try to talk to someone, maybe you feel like you are standing under a giant wave of words. But let me tell you something very important. Please listen to this. The problem is not your brain. The problem is not your intelligence. You are not bad at languages. The only problem is the way you train. You are training your English like a school student. You are sitting at a desk, looking at books, and trying to get a perfect score. But real English does not care about perfect scores. To understand real English, you must train like a listener. You must train like a communicator. You must train like a human being who experiences the language, not just someone who studies it like a science. When native speakers talk fast, they are not trying to make you feel bad. They are not trying to confuse you. They speak fast because they want to save time and energy. It is just human nature. When any language becomes natural to you, it naturally becomes faster, shorter, and more emotional. Think about your own native language. Do you say every single letter clearly when you talk to your family? No, you do not. You speak quickly, you combine words, and you skip some sounds. People do not say every word clearly because their brains want to save energy. Their brains already understand the pattern. So if you want to understand fast English, you have to stop chasing every single word. You must stop trying to catch every little sound. Instead, you need to start looking for big patterns. I always tell my students, learning is not about working harder and harder until you are tired. It's about working smarter. Let me give you an easy example so you can see what I mean. Imagine someone says to you, "What are you going to do?" If you are listening like a school student, you will try to hear 5 separate words. You hear what, then are, then you, then going, and then to. By the time you translate those 5 words in your head, the speaker has already said 3 more sentences. You are too slow. But a native speaker does not hear 5 separate pieces. They hear one single group of words. They hear a rhythm. They hear one chunk of sound. It sounds like, "What you gonna do?" or "What you gonna do?" If you try to split this sound into 5 words, you will fail. But if you train your brain to hear the whole chunk as one meaning, suddenly listening becomes very easy. This is the first big shift you must make in your mind. Do not listen for individual words. Listen for the overall meaning.
When I was young and learning English, I did not have the tools we have today. I had no smartphone, I had no language apps, there was no YouTube, I did not have online courses or teachers on the internet.
So what did I do? I had to find a different way. I went to local hotels in my town. I stood near the lobby and talked to tourists for free. I offered to help them find directions or tell them about the city. Why did I do this? I did it because I wanted real English. I did not want the slow, perfect English from my school tapes. I wanted to hear real speed. I wanted to hear real emotions. I wanted to hear mistakes, different accents, and messy voices. Because the real world is messy. In real life, people talk at the same time. They interrupt each other. They do not speak clearly. They change their mind in the middle of a sentence. But this messy reality is exactly what makes your brain stronger. If you only practice with clean, slow, perfect English, you will always get confused when you step out into the real world. So what should you do starting today? You must let yourself hear fast English every single day, even if you do not understand everything. In fact, it is actually good if you do not understand everything. Why? Because your brain only learns when it has to work hard. It learns through a little bit of struggle. Think about going to the gym. If you go to the gym and lift very light weights that feel easy, will your muscles grow? No, they will stay the exact same. To make your muscles stronger, you have to lift a weight that feels a little bit heavy. You have to challenge yourself. Listening to a language is the same. If everything you listen to is easy and slow, your brain is just resting. You are not growing. So you must choose audio that is a little bit difficult. Not impossible, but a little bit hard for you. When you listen, do not worry if you only understand 30%. 30% is actually a very good start. Do not get angry or sad. Just listen to the same thing again, and then listen to it again. Each time you listen, your brain will catch 1 or 2 more words. This is how you train your ears to keep up with the fast speed. Another big lesson I learned is this simple truth. Repetition is power. Many people listen to a video or podcast once, and then they say, okay, I'm finished, and they move on to something else. That is a big mistake. You do not get better by listening to many different things quickly. You get better by going deep into one thing. Take a very short video or audio clip. It should be only 1 minute long. Listen to that 1 minute 5 times or 10 times. Do not just listen with your ears, speak it out loud. Try to copy the exact speed of the speaker. Copy the way their voice goes up and down. Copy their emotion. At first, this will feel very strange. You will feel slow and awkward. But this uncomfortable feeling is actually the sound of your brain growing. You are not just listening, you're changing the physical pathways inside your brain. And here's a secret that many students do not know. Speaking helps your listening. Yes, speaking actually makes your ears better. Why? Because when you train your mouth to make natural English sounds, your brain learns how those sounds are made. Then, when someone else makes those sounds, your ears recognize them instantly. Your brain can actually guess what the speaker is going to say next. For example, if you practice saying, I'm gonna, instead of I am going to, your brain becomes very familiar with that short sound. Then, when a native speaker says it fast, you do not get surprised. You do not get stuck. So please do not be afraid of informal English. It is not incorrect, it's just real life.
Now, let me share something even more important. Understanding fast English is not just a physical skill, it is also an emotional thing. When you feel nervous, your brain actually works slower. If you are afraid of missing a word, you get stressed, and when you get stressed, you miss even more words. But when you relax and when you trust your brain to do its job, your mind works much faster. So instead of thinking, I must understand every single word perfectly, try to think, I just want to understand the story. Focus on the big picture, not on being perfect.
Imagine someone says to you, "I was rushing, missed the train, grabbed a coffee, and ran to the office." You do not need to pause and think about every single word. You can see the situation in your head. You can feel the rush. This is how real communication works. Language is not about being a perfect student. It's about making a connection with another human being. This brings me to a very helpful method, visualization. When you're listening to English, don't just listen to the sounds. Try to see them. Turn the words into pictures inside your head. If you hear, "She opened the door, looked around, and whispered something," don't translate those words into your own language. Instead, make a tiny movie in your mind. See the door opening. See her looking around. This helps your brain process things much faster, because our brains process pictures much faster than words. Translating is a very slow process. Experiencing is very fast. If you want to understand fast speakers, you must stop translating words in your head. You must experience the language directly. Let's talk about a very simple, practical thing you can start doing today. It will only take 5 minutes of your day, just 5 minutes. Find a very short video of native speakers. Step 1, listen to it once without any subtitles. Do not stop the video, just listen. Step 2, listen to it again, but this time turn the subtitles on. Look at the words you missed. Step 3, turn the subtitles off again and listen one more time. Step 4, try to repeat the words you heard out loud. If you make this simple habit a part of your life every single day, your listening skills will change completely. You will not see a giant change in 1 week. You might not even see it in 2 weeks, but in 1 month, you will feel a real difference. Another thing I learned in my life, both in learning languages and in running a business, is this: small improvements every day lead to massive results over time. Do not try to learn everything in 1 day. That is impossible. Just focus on one tiny skill at a time. Today, maybe you just focus on hearing how words connect together. Tomorrow, maybe you just focus on the rhythm of the sentences. Next week, maybe you just focus on understanding one specific accent. Step by step, you are building a map inside your brain, and one day, without you even noticing it, fast English will not feel fast anymore. It will feel completely normal. I have seen this happen to so many people. In the beginning, everything sounds like a big, confusing noise. Then, slowly, the patterns start to appear. Then, suddenly, everything becomes clear. The speakers did not slow down. You just became faster. Before we finish, I want to be very honest with you. Learning a new language is hard work. Understanding fast speakers is a big challenge, but it is absolutely possible. If someone like me, who failed many school tests and struggled for many years, can learn to speak and understand, then you can do it too. You do not need a special talent. You just need to keep going, practice in a smart way, and be brave enough to face a little bit of difficulty every day. So the next time you hear fast English and feel frustrated, don't stop. Give yourself a smile, because that difficult feeling is actually your brain getting stronger. Keep listening. Keep repeating what you hear. Keep making pictures in your mind. Keep taking small steps. And one day, without even planning it, you will understand everything naturally. Not because English became easier, but because you became stronger. And if you're learning English with Mission, you're already on the right path. Just keep moving forward. I will see you in our next conversation.
I'm going to tell you what might be the single most important story for mastering your English listening skills. It's a story about a young man who discovered that the greatest rewards in life are never free. So listen closely.
You won't just improve your English, you'll also learn an unforgettable lesson about life. The story is called The Baker's Dream. Introduction. In a small, quiet town, tucked between green hills and a winding river, lived a young man named Leo. His town was a simple place. The houses were old, made of stone and wood, and the streets were narrow. Everybody knew everybody, and life moved at a slow, easy pace. Leo lived with his family in a small house with a little garden. They were a kind and loving family, but they didn't have much money. They had enough to eat and a safe place to sleep, but there wasn't much left over for big dreams. And Leo had a dream, a very specific one. He wanted to be a baker. This wasn't just a casual wish, it was a fire inside him. Whenever he walked past the only bakery in town, he would stop and close his eyes. He could almost smell the warm bread. He could imagine the sweet scent of cakes and pastries. He could see the happy faces of people buying his creations. In his mind, his bakery was a bright, warm place filled with laughter and the most wonderful smells in the world. He dreamed of a place where he could create something beautiful with his own 2 hands and share it with everyone. But a dream isn't a bakery. To build a bakery, you need money. He needed an oven, flour, sugar, and a small shop to sell his bread. And Leo had no money. His heart felt heavy whenever he thought about this. How could he possibly build his dream with empty pockets? He knew his family couldn't help him. They needed every coin they had just to get by. For a while, the dream felt impossible, like a distant star he could see but never touch. Rising action. One evening, Leo made a decision. He wasn't going to let his dream die. If he had no money, he would earn it. The next morning, he woke before the sun, walked to the town's market, and started looking for work. He didn't find a job at a bakery. Instead, he found a job washing dishes at a busy inn. The work was grueling. His hands were always wet and sore. He worked long hours, from early morning until late at night, washing hundreds of plates, cups, and spoons. At the end of each day, his body was tired and his back ached. But Leo never complained. While he washed the dishes, he thought about his bakery. He imagined the smooth dough in his hands. He pictured the warm glow of the oven. That dream was his fuel. It gave him strength. Every week he got his small payment. He was incredibly careful with his money, buying only what he absolutely needed, simple food and a room to sleep in. He put every single remaining coin into a small wooden box. That box was his treasure. It was the foundation of his dream. Months passed, and the box grew heavier. A year went by, then 2. Leo's life was simple and repetitive: work, eat, sleep. But he wasn't unhappy. He knew that every day of hard work brought him one step closer to his goal. He was learning the value of patience and discipline. He was learning day by day that dreams demand hard work and sacrifice. One day he counted his money. He had just enough to buy a very old, small oven from a man who was closing his little restaurant. The oven was rusty and ancient, but it was a start. Leo felt a surge of excitement. This was the first real piece of his dream. He used the rest of his savings to rent a tiny room behind the market. It wasn't a shop, it was just a small, dark space with a stone floor. But for Leo, it was the beginning of his bakery. His first try at baking was a complete disaster. He tried to bake a simple loaf of bread. He mixed the flour and water, but the dough just felt wrong, way too sticky. He put it in the old oven, but the oven's heat was uneven. One side of the bread was burnt black, while the other was still raw. He tried again. The next loaf was as hard as a rock. He tried a third time, and that one didn't rise at all. It was just a flat, dense brick. Leo felt his hopes start to crumble. His heart pounded, and his mouth went dry. He had spent all his money. He had worked for 2 years. For what? For burnt bread and hard dough? He sank to the cold stone floor and buried his head in his hands. Maybe this was just a foolish dream. Maybe he wasn't meant to be a baker. Failure felt like a heavy stone crushing his chest. Just then, an old man walked past his open door. It was Mr. Elmsworth, the town's old baker. He was retired now, but everyone knew he had been the best baker in the entire region. He peeked inside and saw Leo on the floor, surrounded by his failed attempts. Mr. Elmsworth didn't laugh. He looked at Leo, then at the burnt bread, and he saw the mix of passion and frustration in the young man's eyes. He walked into the small room. Baking isn't just about flour and water. It's about feeling. It's about understanding the dough, the fire, the time. It's a dance. Leo looked up, surprised. Mr. Elmsworth didn't offer him money or offer to bake for him. Instead, he started to teach him. He showed Leo how to feel the dough and know when it was just right. He explained that the old oven had hot spots and cold spots. He taught Leo that failure isn't the end. It's a teacher. It's a chance to learn and get better. For many weeks, Leo practiced. Every day after his shift at the inn, he went to his small room and baked. Mr. Elmsworth would visit and offer advice. Slowly, Leo's bread began to change. It was no longer burnt or hard. The loaves started to rise, soft on the inside and crispy on the outside. A wonderful smell started to fill his small room, and with Mr. Elmsworth's guidance, Leo's determination grew stronger than ever.
The day finally came when Leo felt he was ready. He had saved a tiny bit more money and spent it all on a bag of flour, some sugar, and yeast. He decided to bake through the night and try to sell his bread in the morning. Since he didn't have a shop, he planned to sell from a small table in front of his room. All night, Leo worked. He mixed the dough, his hands moving with a new confidence. He shaped the loaves with care. He understood his old oven now, knowing just how to turn the bread so it would bake perfectly. As the sun began to rise, he pulled the last loaves from the oven. The room was filled with a scent so wonderful it made his heart sing. He had 10 perfect loaves of bread. He set up a small wooden table outside his door and placed the 10 loaves on it. They were golden brown and smelled incredible. He stood behind his table, his heart pounding with a mix of hope and terror. The market started to get busy. People walked past his table, glancing at his bread, but no one stopped. They were all heading to the big, familiar bakery. An hour passed, then another. Not a single person had bought his bread. The sun climbed higher, and Leo's bread began to cool. His hope started to curdle into despair. His legs felt weak. The silence was deafening. He was just about to give up, to pack his bread away, when a little girl stopped. She pulled on her mother's dress. "Mama, smell," she said, pointing right at Leo's table. The mother paused. She looked at the bread,
then at Leo's anxious face. She walked closer, picked up a loaf, and inhaled. "It smells wonderful," she said. "How much is it?" Leo's voice was a whisper as he told her the price. She handed him the coins. "We'll try your bread today," she said with a warm smile. She was his first customer. That one small act of kindness was like the sun breaking through the clouds. Leo watched the woman and her daughter walk away with his bread, a single tear rolling down his cheek, a tear of relief, of gratitude, and of pure joy. A few moments later, another person stopped, then another. They had heard the mother telling her friends about the delicious-smelling bread from the little room behind the market. By noon, all 10 loaves were gone. The next day, Leo baked 20 loaves. They all sold. The day after that, he baked 30. Soon he was selling out every single morning. People started talking about the young man who made the most delicious bread in town. They said his bread was made with passion. Leo finally quit his job washing dishes. Now his entire day was dedicated to his bakery. He woke up early and went to bed late. It was hard work, but it was joyful work. He started making other things too, sweet rolls with cinnamon and small cakes with fruit from his family's garden. People loved them. His little room was always busy. He saved his money carefully. After a year, he had enough to rent a proper shop on the main street. It was small, but it had a big, bright window. He painted the walls a warm yellow and bought a better oven. His dream was no longer just in his head, it was real. His bakery became a popular spot in town, always filled with the smell of fresh bread and the sound of happy customers. Leo never forgot the difficult journey. He remembered the long days washing dishes, the burnt bread, and the crushing feeling of failure. He remembered the kindness of Mr. Elmsworth and the smile of his very first customer. These memories kept him humble. They reminded him that success is built on a foundation of hard work and persistence. Years went by. The baker's dream was now the most loved shop in town. Leo was no longer a poor young man. He was a successful business owner, respected and admired by everyone. He had a family of his own, and they lived in a comfortable house. He had everything he had ever dreamed of. But he knew the most important lesson his journey had taught him. His success wasn't a gift. It was earned through tired muscles, through patience, through learning from his mistakes, and through a belief in his dream that never, ever died. He learned that nothing is free, and the things you work hardest for are the things you value the most. One afternoon, a young woman came into his bakery. She didn't come to buy bread. She stood quietly in a corner just watching Leo work. She looked nervous and shy. Leo walked over to her. "Can I help you?" he asked kindly. The young woman looked at him. "I have a dream," she said softly. "I want to be a painter, but I have no money for paint or canvases." Leo smiled. He saw the same fire in her eyes that he once had in his own. He didn't give her money. Instead, he offered her a job in his shop. "Work here with me," he said. "Save your money, learn the value of your dream. I will help you, but you have to be the one to build it." The young woman's eyes filled with tears of gratitude. She understood. And in that moment, Leo's story came full circle. He was now the one offering guidance, sharing the most important lesson he had ever learned. A dream is a beautiful thing, but it's the journey of building it step by step that gives it true meaning. So, what can we take away from Leo's story? It teaches us that dreams demand hard work. It shows us that failure is just a part of success, and it reminds us that true happiness comes from building a life you can be proud of. When you listen to stories like this, you're not just practicing your English, you're learning important lessons for life.
If this story inspired you, please press the like button. What dream are you working hard for? Share your dream in the comments below. We would love to read about it. And if you want to listen to more stories that will help you improve your English,
Do you ever feel like learning English is an impossible mountain to climb? You watch videos, you try to speak, you study new words, but after some time you still feel stuck, frustrated and unsure. You make mistakes, you forget what you learned, and sometimes you even think, maybe this is not for me. If you are nodding your head right now, this episode is exactly for you. Today, I am going to share something very special and close to my heart. One English story every English learner must listen to. My friend, let me be honest with you. Sometimes the most powerful lessons do not come from grammar books, heavy dictionaries, or long lectures. They come from simple, heartfelt stories that stay with you for years and give you strength when you need it the most. This is one such story. It has inspired thousands of my students around the world to keep going even when they wanted to quit. I truly believe it can inspire you too. So sit comfortably, take a deep breath, and listen with an open heart. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by tall green mountains and flowing rivers, there lived a young boy named Arjun. From the time he was a small child, Arjun had only one big dream: to become a great musician. He wanted to play the sitar so beautifully that his music would bring peace to people's hearts and travel far beyond the mountains. But life was not easy for him. Arjun came from a poor family. There was no music teacher in the entire village. The only sitar available was very old, dusty, broken, and missing 4 strings. It looked almost useless. When Arjun told the villagers about his dream, they laughed loudly. Some said, "Arjun, you are wasting your time. You have no teacher, no good instrument, and no natural talent. It is impossible for a boy like you." Others advised him, "Forget this dream and help your father in the fields. That is more practical." Even his own friends made fun of him. But Arjun had a fire in his heart that refused to die. Every single morning, long before the sun rose and while the village was still sleeping, he would quietly walk to an old banyan tree near the river. He would sit there with that broken sitar and practice. In the beginning, everything was painful. His fingers were soft and they bled easily. The notes sounded terrible, like noisy crows instead of sweet music. He could not remember the ragas. Many nights he went home with tears in his eyes, feeling hopeless. Sometimes he would think, maybe they are right, maybe I should stop. But every morning he returned to the same banyan tree. He kept practicing even when it rained, even when his body was tired from working in the fields, and even when no one believed in him. A cold winter evening, an old traveler with kind eyes and a long white beard was passing through the village. He stopped near the banyan tree because he heard a faint, struggling melody. It was Arjun practicing again. The old man listened quietly for a long time. After Arjun finished, the old man smiled gently and said, "Your music is not perfect yet, my child, but your heart is pure and your dedication is rare. I am a music master who has taught many students. If you are willing to work hard every single day, I will teach you." Arjun could not believe his ears. He touched the master's feet with tears of joy. The master gave him only one simple rule: practice every day without fail. Practice when you feel happy. Practice when you feel sad. Especially practice when it sounds bad and when you want to quit. That is when real growth happens. So Arjun followed this rule with all his heart. He practiced in the early mornings and late evenings. He practiced when his fingers were swollen and painful. He practiced when the villagers still laughed behind his back. He practiced when he felt tired, when he felt discouraged, and when he felt like giving up. Slowly, very slowly, small changes began to appear. The old broken sitar started producing clearer notes. His fingers became stronger and faster. The music started flowing like the river near the banyan tree. After 2.5 years of daily practice, Arjun gave his first public performance in the village temple during a big festival. The same people who once laughed at him now sat silently with tears in their eyes. His music was so deep, so beautiful, and so full of emotion that even the birds stopped singing to listen. News of his talent spread to nearby villages and then to the big cities. Years later, Arjun became one of the most respected musicians in the country. When a young reporter asked him, "What is the secret of your success?" Arjun smiled calmly and replied, "I was not specially talented. I was not lucky. I simply refused to quit on the difficult days. Every small practice session was like adding one drop of water to an earthen pot. One drop seems useless, but when you keep adding drops every single day for years, the pot fills up and finally overflows with pure, sweet music." My dear friend, this is not just Arjun's story, this is your English learning story too. Learning English feels exactly like playing that old broken sitar. In the beginning, everything feels difficult. Your pronunciation sounds strange. You forget words in the middle of a sentence. You make grammar mistakes and feel shy to speak. Many people around you may say, "Why are you trying so hard? English is not for everyone." But just like Arjun, you have a choice to listen to the noise or to keep practicing with a pure heart. Let me share 5 deep and powerful lessons from this story that every English learner must remember and apply in their daily life. First, your starting point does not decide your ending. Arjun started with almost nothing, a broken instrument and no support. You may have started with limited vocabulary, weak grammar, fear of speaking, or a busy schedule. That is completely fine. What matters is not where you start, but that you start and continue with sincerity. Every fluent English speaker you admire today once struggled with basic sentences, just like you.
Second, consistency is more powerful than talent or intelligence. Arjun was not a genius. He became great only because he practiced every single day. You do not need to study English for 4 or 5 hours daily. Even 20 to 30 minutes of focused practice every day, speaking, listening, writing, or reading, will take you much further than irregular big efforts. Small daily drops of practice create an ocean of fluency over time. Third, mistakes are your best teachers. When Arjun's fingers bled and his music sounded terrible, he did not stop. He understood that those painful moments were shaping him. Every mistake you make in English, wrong pronunciation, wrong tense, or forgetting a word, is actually teaching you something important. Do not feel ashamed of mistakes. Celebrate them. They prove you are trying and growing. Fourth, protect your dream from negative voices. The villagers laughed at Arjun for years, but he stayed focused on his practice and his master's guidance. In your journey, some friends, relatives, or even your own mind may say negative things. Learn to gently ignore that noise. Surround yourself with positive English content, supportive learners, and encouraging words. Protect your dream the same way Arjun protected his music under the banyan tree. Now, I want to be very honest with you.
The path of learning English is not always smooth. There will be days when you feel tired, bored, or discouraged. There will be moments when you compare yourself with others and feel behind. But on those exact days, remember Arjun sitting under the old banyan tree with his broken sitar, practicing alone while the rest of the village slept. Remember that every small effort you make today is shaping a stronger, more confident version of you. Here is my special challenge for you today. After listening to this story, take one small action immediately. Record yourself speaking for 1 or 2 minutes about your own dream in English, or write a short paragraph about what Arjun's story taught you. Then commit to one small daily English practice for the next 30 days. It could be learning 5 new words with sentences, speaking for 10 minutes, or listening to one short English story every day. After 1 month, come back to the comments and share your experience. Tell us honestly, did the story give you strength? Did you notice even a little progress? Your words might become someone else's motivation on a difficult day. My friend, your English journey is your own beautiful, unique music. It may sound imperfect today, but if you keep practicing with patience, love, and consistency, one day it will flow naturally and touch many hearts, beginning with your own heart. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not lacking talent. You only need to keep showing up, just like Arjun. I believe in you. Even if we have never met, I deeply believe in you, because I have seen hundreds of ordinary people, busy mothers, shy students, and working professionals become confident English speakers simply by refusing to quit and practicing one day at a time. You have the same strength, the same heart, and the same potential inside you. So, take a deep breath right now, smile, feel grateful for this moment and for the chance to grow. Then go practice your English with joy in your heart. Make mistakes, learn from them, laugh at them, and keep moving forward. Your future self is already smiling and feeling so proud of you. Thank you so much for spending this long, beautiful time with me. Thank you for caring about your personal growth. Thank you for being part of this journey. I am truly proud of you. Keep listening to inspiring stories, keep practicing every day, and never forget that every great English speaker was once a beginner who decided not to give up. Until next time, practice with love, be kind and patient with yourself, and always remember, your story is still being written and it can become as beautiful as Arjun's music. You got this. I will see you in the next lesson. Take care, my friend.
Do you ever feel like learning English is an impossible mountain to climb? You watch videos, you try to speak, you study new words, but after some time you still feel stuck, frustrated, and unsure. You make mistakes, you forget what you learned, and sometimes you even think, maybe this is not for me. If you are nodding your head right now, this episode is exactly for you. Today, I am going to share something very special and close to my heart. One English story every learner must listen to. Actually, today I will share 2 beautiful stories that carry powerful lessons. My friend, let me be honest with you. Sometimes the most powerful lessons do not come from grammar books, heavy dictionaries, or long lectures.
They come from simple, heartfelt stories that stay with you for years and give you strength when you need it the most. These 2 stories have inspired thousands of my students around the world to keep going even when they wanted to quit. I truly believe they can inspire you too. So, sit comfortably, take a deep breath, and listen with an open heart. The first story, The Broken Sitar. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by tall green mountains and flowing rivers, there lived a young boy named Arjun. From the time he was a small child, Arjun had only one big dream: to become a great musician. He wanted to play the sitar so beautifully that his music would bring peace to people's hearts and travel far beyond the mountains. But life was not easy for him. Arjun came from a poor family. There was no music teacher in the entire village. The only sitar available was very old, dusty, broken, and missing 4 strings. It looked almost useless. When Arjun told the villagers about his dream, they laughed loudly. Some said, "Arjun, you are wasting your time. You have no teacher, no good instrument, and no natural talent. It is impossible for a boy like you." Others advised him, "Forget this dream and help your father in the fields. That is more practical." Even his own friends made fun of him. But Arjun had a fire in his heart that refused to die. Every single morning, long before the sun rose and while the village was still sleeping, he would quietly walk to an old banyan tree near the river. He would sit there with that broken sitar and practice. In the beginning, everything was painful. His fingers were soft and they bled easily. The notes sounded terrible, like noisy crows instead of sweet music. He could not remember the ragas. Many nights he went home with tears in his eyes, feeling hopeless. Sometimes he would think, maybe they are right, maybe I should stop. But every morning he returned to the same banyan tree. He kept practicing even when it rained, even when his body was tired from working in the fields, and even when no one believed in him. One cold winter evening, an old traveler with kind eyes and a long white beard was passing through the village. He stopped near the banyan tree because he heard a faint, struggling melody. It was Arjun practicing again. The traveler listened quietly for a long time. After Arjun finished, the old man smiled gently and said, "Your music is not perfect yet, my child, but your heart is pure and your dedication is rare. I am a music master who has taught many students. If you are willing to work hard every single day, I will teach you." Arjun could not believe his ears. He touched the master's feet with tears of joy. The master gave him only one simple rule: practice every day without fail. Practice when you feel happy, practice when you feel sad, practice especially when it sounds bad and when you want to quit. That is when real growth happens. So Arjun followed this rule with all his heart. He practiced in the early mornings and late evenings. He practiced when his fingers were swollen and painful. He practiced when the villagers still laughed behind his back. He practiced when he felt tired, when he felt discouraged, and when he felt like giving up. Slowly, very slowly, small changes began to appear. The old broken sitar started producing clearer notes. His fingers became stronger and faster. The music started flowing like the river near the banyan tree. After 2.5 years of daily practice, Arjun gave his first public performance in the village temple during a big festival. The same people who once laughed at him now sat silently with tears in their eyes. His music was so deep, so beautiful and full of emotion that even the birds stopped singing to listen. News of his talent spread to nearby villages and then to the big cities. Years later, Arjun became one of the most respected musicians in the country. When a young reporter asked him, "What is the secret of your success?" Arjun smiled calmly and replied, I was not specially talented, I was not lucky, I simply refused to quit on the difficult days. Every small practice session was like adding one drop of water to an earthen pot. One drop seems useless, but when you keep adding drops every single day for years, the pot fills up and finally overflows with pure, sweet music.
Now, let me tell you the second inspiring story. In a dense forest lived a small sparrow named Mira. Mira was the smallest bird in the entire forest, and she dreamed of flying high above the tallest trees and crossing the great river to see the beautiful world on the other side. The other birds laughed at her. They said, "Mira, you are too small and too weak. The strong wind will blow you away. The big birds cannot even cross that river easily. How will you do it?" Mira felt sad, but she did not give up. Every morning she would practice flying short distances from one branch to another, then to the next tree, then across the small stream. She practiced when her wings felt tired. She practiced when it was windy. She practiced when the other birds teased her. One day, a big storm came to the forest. Heavy rain fell and strong winds blew. Many big birds hid in their nests, but little Mira remembered her dream. She waited for a small break in the storm and started flying. The wind pushed her back many times. She felt scared and exhausted, but she kept flapping her wings. Slowly she crossed the wide river and reached the other side. When the storm ended, the other birds were amazed to see Mira safely on the other shore. She had seen new flowers, new trees, and new horizons. From that day, no one laughed at her small size again. When the birds asked her how she did it, Mira replied softly, "I was small, but I never stopped trying. I took one small flight every day, and when the big moment came, all those small practices gave me the strength to cross the river." My dear friend, these two stories together carry the complete message for your English journey. Arjun teaches us the power of daily practice despite difficulties. Mira teaches us that your size, age, or current level does not matter. Consistent small efforts can help you cross big challenges. Let me share 5 deep and powerful lessons from both stories that every English learner must remember and apply. First, your starting point does not decide your ending. Arjun started with a broken sitar and Mira with tiny wings. You may have started with limited vocabulary or fear of speaking. That is completely fine. What matters is that you start and continue. Second, consistency is more powerful than talent. Both Arjun and Mira succeeded through daily small practice, not sudden miracles. 20 to 30 minutes of focused English practice every day will create wonders over time. Third, mistakes and tough days are normal. Arjun's bleeding fingers and Mira's struggle against the wind show us that difficulties are part of growth. Every mistake you make in English is teaching you something valuable. Fourth, protect your dream from negative voices. The villagers laughed at Arjun and the birds laughed at Mira, but they stayed focused. Ignore the noise and keep practicing. Fifth, trust the process even when results are slow. For years, Arjun saw little progress and Mira flew only short distances, but one day everything came together. Here is my special challenge for you today. After listening to these 2 stories, take one small action right now. Record yourself speaking for 1 or 2 minutes about your own dream in English, or write a short paragraph about what these stories taught you. Then commit to one small daily English practice for the next 30 days.
After 1 month, come back to the comments and share your experience. Your story might become the 3rd inspiring story for someone else. My friend, your English journey is your own beautiful music and your own brave flight. It may feel imperfect today, but with patience and daily effort, it will become something extraordinary. You are not too late. You are not too small. You are not without potential. You only need to keep showing up. I believe in you. Even if we have never met, I deeply believe in you because I have seen hundreds of ordinary people become confident English speakers by refusing to quit. You have the same strength inside you. So take a deep breath, smile, and feel grateful for this moment. Then go practice your English with joy. Make mistakes, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Your future self is already proud of you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you for caring about your growth. I am truly proud of you. Keep listening to inspiring stories, keep practicing every day, and never forget that your story is still being written. Until next time, practice with love, be kind to yourself, and remember, you got this. I will see you in the next lesson. Take care, my friend.
Hello everyone. Welcome to English with Uma. Do you ever feel stuck at that frustrating intermediate plateau? You understand basic English, you can have simple conversations, but when people speak naturally and fast, you feel lost. You struggle to express your real thoughts with natural, fluent language. If you are nodding your head right now, this episode is exactly for you. Today, we're going to talk about something powerful, something that can truly help you break through that plateau and sound much more like a native speaker. We're talking about the only 80 phrasal verbs you need to sound like a native speaker. My friend, let me be honest with you. Grammar and vocabulary are important, but if you really want to understand fast conversations and express yourself naturally, phrasal verbs are the key. They're everywhere in real English, in movies, songs, podcasts, casual talks, and even business meetings. Without them, your English sounds a bit stiff and unnatural. Think about it. You can know thousands of single words, but if you don't know how to say keep up with, get your point across, figure something out, or run into someone, you will always feel one step behind. But here's the good news. You don't need to learn hundreds of phrasal verbs. Just 80 carefully chosen ones can make a massive difference in how you speak and understand. And I'm going to show you exactly how. This video is your ultimate toolkit. I have grouped these 80 phrasal verbs by topic so you can learn them easily and start using them immediately. Before we dive in, let me tell you a quick but honest story. A few months ago, I had a student named Priya. She was a smart, hard-working intermediate learner. She told me, "Uma, I study every day, but when I watch Netflix or talk with my foreign colleagues, I still miss a lot. I feel like I can never keep up with the conversation." I asked her, "Priya, do you know phrasal verbs well?" She smiled shyly and said, "I know some, but there are just too many. I get confused." Then I asked, "How does that make you feel during real conversations?" She looked down and said quietly, "I feel stuck. I want to sound natural, but I end up using simple words and long explanations." My friend, this is not just Priya's story. This is the story of millions of dedicated English learners around the world. They work hard, they know grammar, but they still struggle to sound fluent because phrasal verbs feel overwhelming. So what can we do? How can we finally break through? let me share 5 powerful ideas with you. 5 simple but highly effective shifts that can change everything. First, stop trying to learn all phrasal verbs and focus only on the most useful 80. I have carefully selected these 80 because they appear again and again in everyday natural English. When I started teaching them grouped by topic, my students saw fast progress. For example, in the daily life group, you'll learn phrasal verbs like wake up, get along with, catch up with, and hang out. Second idea, learn them in groups by topic instead of randomly. This makes them much easier to remember. We have topics like work and career, bring up, take over, look into, follow up, emotions, cheer up, calm down, open up, and let down, problems and solutions, figure out, sort out, deal with, and work out, and social life, run into, get together, keep in touch, and drop by. Grouping helps your brain connect them naturally. Third idea, practice them in real context every single day.
Don't just memorize. Make short sentences and speak them out loud. During my own learning journey, I used to pick 5 phrasal verbs every morning and create real-life examples. Instead of saying, I met my friend by chance, I trained myself to say, I ran into my friend at the mall yesterday. That small habit made my English sound so much more natural. Fourth idea, listen actively and notice how natives use them. Watch short clips, listen to podcasts, and pause when you hear a phrasal verb. Write it down, understand the meaning, and then use it in your own sentence. This active listening helped Priya go from feeling lost to confidently joining conversations within weeks. And fifth, review and use them consistently. I recommend making a simple list or flashcards of your favorite 20 from the 80 and reviewing them every morning for just 10 minutes. Speak them during your commute, while cooking, or while walking. Within 1 month, you will notice you understand more and express yourself with much more ease. Now, my friend, I want to be very clear about something. You don't need to sound like a perfect native speaker tomorrow. Just mastering these 80 phrasal verbs will help you keep up with conversations and get your point across naturally and confidently. I am not telling you to memorize everything at once. I'm saying start small, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. Let me share one more inspiring story before we finish. 6 months ago, Priya started using these phrasal verbs daily. She practiced sentences like, I need to catch up on my emails. Let's sort this problem out together. And I really look up to my mentor. Recently, she sent me a voice message full of excitement. She said, Uma, last week I joined a casual meeting with native speakers, and for the first time, I wasn't lost. I even used several phrasal verbs naturally. They told me my English sounded so much more fluent. That moment brought tears to my eyes. My friend, this can be your story too. Every conversation, every movie, every podcast is now an opportunity to shine. What are you going to do with these opportunities?
Are you going to stay stuck at the intermediate level? Or are you going to learn these 80 phrasal verbs and finally sound natural? I believe you can choose wisely. I believe you have the power to break through. So here is my challenge for you today. Download or note down the list of these 80 phrasal verbs, grouped by topic. Choose just 10 of them and commit to practicing them for the next 7 days. Create your own sentences, speak them out loud, and try to use at least 2 or 3 in real conversations or writing. Then come back here and tell me in the comments how it went. Did you understand more? Did you feel more confident expressing yourself? Share your experience. Your story might inspire many others who are feeling stuck. We are all in this together, learning, growing, making mistakes, and becoming more fluent. Remember, you are not wasting your time by watching this. You are investing in your English future. You are taking a real step towards sounding like a native. That is brave. That is smart. And that is something you should be very proud of. Your English journey is happening right now. Not next year. Not when you feel ready. Right now. These conversations, these listening moments, and these practice sessions are shaping your fluency. Do not let them pass by. You already have everything you need inside you: the dedication, the intelligence, and the ability to improve. All you need to do is start using these powerful phrasal verbs consistently. And if you ever feel discouraged, remember this: every fluent speaker you admire once struggled with phrasal verbs too. The only difference is they kept practicing, one verb at a time, one conversation at a time. You can be that person too. I believe in you. Even if we have never met, I truly believe in you. So take a deep breath, smile, feel grateful for this moment, and then go out there and start using your new phrasal verbs today. Make your English sound natural, confident, and alive. Thank you so much for spending this valuable time with me. Thank you for caring about your growth. Thank you for being here. I am so proud of you. Keep going, my friend. Your future self will thank you again and again. Until next time, keep practicing, stay consistent, and never forget that every phrasal verb you learn is a step closer to sounding like a native.
Daily routines, work and meetings, relationships, problems and solutions, and casual conversations. This way, your brain remembers them easily. You will learn verbs like pick up, learn naturally, cut out, stop doing, hang out, spend time casually, catch up, talk about recent news, and many more. Third, practice them actively every single day by replacing formal sentences. Don't just memorize, speak them out loud. During my teaching, I asked Ankit to rewrite 5 textbook sentences every morning using phrasal verbs. For instance, change "I encountered an old friend" into "I ran into an old friend." That daily habit helped him tremendously. Fourth idea, listen to real English and notice how natives use these verbs effortlessly. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, or talk with friends, and pause whenever you hear a phrasal verb. Write it down, understand the meaning, then create your own examples. This active listening helped Ankit move from sounding formal to sounding friendly and natural within a short time. And fifth, review and use them consistently until they feel automatic. Make a short list of your top 20 favorite phrasal verbs from the 80+ and review them every morning for 10 minutes. Use them in your real conversations, messages, and even self-talk. Within 1 month, people will start saying your English sounds much more natural. Now, my friend, I want to be very clear about something. You don't need to erase all your formal vocabulary. Just learn to balance it by adding these 80+ phrasal verbs so you can pick up the natural flow of real conversations. I am not telling you to change everything overnight. I am saying start small, stay consistent, and enjoy sounding more like yourself. Let me share one more inspiring story before we finish. After practicing these phrasal verbs for several weeks, Ankit joined an important casual meeting with native speakers. In the past, he would have used very formal language. This time, he naturally said things like, "Let's sort this out together. I really look up to your ideas. We should catch up soon, and I need to cut out unnecessary meetings." After the call, one colleague told him, "Ankit, your English has improved so much. It feels so natural now." He was overjoyed. Do you ever feel like you've studied so much English? You know hundreds of vocabulary words and perfect grammar. But when you speak, native speakers still say you sound like a textbook. Your sentences are correct, but the conversation feels stiff, unnatural, and a little bit old-fashioned. If you are nodding your head right now, this episode is exactly for you. Today, we are going to talk about something powerful, something that can truly help you sound more natural and confident in real conversations. We are talking about stop sounding like a textbook, master 80+ phrasal verbs. My friend, let me be honest with you. Memorizing long lists of formal vocabulary is great for exams, but in everyday life, native speakers don't talk like textbooks.
They use phrasal verbs naturally. Words like cut out, pick up, figure out, get along, and many more. These small combinations make English flow smoothly and sound alive. Without them, even advanced learners can sound robotic or overly formal. Think about it. You can say, I would like to discontinue this habit, but natives simply say, I want to cut out this habit. That small difference changes everything. But here is the good news. You don't need to learn thousands of phrasal verbs. Just mastering these 80+ carefully chosen ones will help you cut out the textbook language and pick up natural, everyday English. And I am going to show you exactly how in this video. Before we dive in, let me tell you a quick but honest story. A few months ago, I had a student named Ankit. He was an advanced learner who had passed many English exams. He told me, Uma, I read books, I watch lessons, but when I talk with my international colleagues, they smile politely and say my English is very correct, but it doesn't feel natural. I asked him, Ankit, do you use many phrasal verbs? He thought for a moment and replied, I know some, but I usually stick to formal words because I feel safer. Then I asked gently, how does that make you feel during conversations? He looked down and said quietly, I feel like I'm acting in a play instead of just talking like a real person. My friend, this is not just Ankit's story. This is the story of so many.
Let me be honest with you. Memorizing long lists of formal vocabulary is great for exams, but in everyday life, native speakers don't talk like textbooks. They use phrasal verbs naturally. Words like cut out, pick up, figure out, get along, catch up, and many more. These small combinations make English flow smoothly and sound alive. Without them, even advanced learners can sound robotic or overly formal. Think about it. You can say, I would like to discontinue this habit, but natives simply say, I want to cut out this habit. Or instead of, I encountered an old friend, they say, I ran into an old friend. That small difference changes everything. But here is the good news. You don't need to learn thousands of phrasal verbs. Just mastering these 80+ carefully chosen ones will help you cut out the textbook language and pick up natural, everyday English. And I am going to show you exactly how in this video. Before we dive in, let me tell you a quick but honest story. A few months ago, I had a student named Ankit. He was an advanced learner who had passed many English exams. He told me, Uma, I read books, I watch lessons, but when I talk with my international colleagues, they smile politely and say my English is very correct, but it doesn't feel natural. I asked him, Ankit, do you use many phrasal verbs? He thought for a moment and replied, I know some, but I usually stick to formal words because I feel safer. Then I asked gently, how does that make you feel during conversations? He looked down and said quietly, I feel like I'm acting in a play instead of just talking like a real person. My friend, this is not just Ankit's story. This is the story of so many hardworking English learners around the world. They have excellent knowledge, but their speech still sounds like it came straight from a textbook. So what can we do? How can we finally sound natural and relaxed?
Let me share 5 powerful ideas with you. 5 simple but highly effective shifts that can change everything. First, become aware of how much formal language you use and consciously start cutting out stiff expressions. Replace them with common phrasal verbs. For example, instead of saying, I am going to investigate this matter, say, I'm going to look into this. When I started doing this myself, even small changes made my conversations feel warmer and more natural. Second idea, learn phrasal verbs in practical groups instead of random lists. We have grouped these 80+ phrasal verbs by real-life topics. In daily routines, wake up, get along with, hang out, catch up on. In work and meetings, bring up, look into, follow up, take over, sort out. In relationships, open up, let down, cheer up, get together, keep in touch. In problems and solutions, figure out, deal with, work out, run into, come up with. In casual conversations, pick up, drop by, turn down, show up, make up. This way your brain remembers them easily and connects them to real situations. Third, practice them actively every single day by replacing formal sentences. Don't just memorize, speak them out loud. During my teaching, I asked Ankit to rewrite 5 textbook sentences every morning using phrasal verbs. For instance, change "I encountered an old friend" into "I ran into an old friend yesterday." Or change "I need to reduce sugar" into "I need to cut out sugar." That daily habit helped him tremendously. Fourth idea, listen to real English and notice how natives use these verbs effortlessly. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, or talk with friends and pause whenever you hear a phrasal verb, like "I can't put up with this anymore," or "let's sort this out." Write it down, understand the meaning, then create your own examples. This active listening helped Ankit move from sounding formal to sounding friendly and natural within a short time. And fifth, review and use them consistently until they feel automatic. Make a short list of your top 20 favorite phrasal verbs from the 80, like pick up, figure out, catch up, look forward to, and get over. Saying, start small, stay consistent, and enjoy sounding more like yourself. Let me share one more inspiring story before we finish. After practicing these phrasal verbs for several weeks, Ankit joined an important casual meeting with native speakers. In the past, he would have used very formal language. This time, he naturally said things like, "Let's sort this out together. I really look up to your ideas. We should catch up soon. I need to cut out unnecessary meetings. And I ran into some challenges, but I figured them out." After the call, one colleague told him, "Ankit, your English has improved so much. It feels so natural now." He was overjoyed. My friend, this can be your story too. Every conversation is now a chance to sound more alive and confident. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep sounding like a textbook? Choose just 10 to 15 of them. For example, look into, catch up, figure out, cut out, hang out, and sort out, and commit to practicing them for the next 7 days. Rewrite old sentences, speak them out loud, and try to use at least 3 in real conversations or chats. Then come back here and tell me in the comments how it went. Did people notice you sound more natural? Did you feel more relaxed while speaking? Share your experience. Your story might inspire many others who are still stuck sounding formal. We are all in this together, learning, growing, making mistakes, and becoming more fluent. Remember, you are not wasting your time by watching this. You are investing in natural, confident English. You are taking a real step towards sounding like a native. That is brave. That is smart. And that is something you should be very proud of. Your English journey is happening right now.
Not next year. Not when you feel perfect. Right now. These conversations, these moments of practice, and these small changes are shaping how the world hears you. Do not let them pass by. You already have everything you need inside you. The knowledge, the dedication, and the ability to sound natural. All you need to do is start cutting out textbook language and picking up these powerful phrasal verbs. And if you ever feel discouraged, remember this. Every native-sounding speaker you admire once sounded stiff too. The only difference is they kept practicing, one phrasal verb at a time, one conversation at a time. You can be that person too. I believe in you. Even if we have never met, I truly believe in you. So take a deep breath, smile, feel grateful for this moment, and then go out there today and start using your new phrasal verbs. Make your English flow naturally and confidently. Thank you so much for spending this valuable time with me. Thank you for caring about your growth. Thank you for being here. I am so proud of you.
Keep going, my friend. Your future self will thank you again and again. Until next time, cut out the formal stuff, pick up natural English, stay consistent, and never forget that every phrasal verb brings you closer to sounding like a real native. You got this.
I still remember the day my stepmother told me I was going to get married. It was an ordinary afternoon that suddenly became heavy. I didn't say yes. I didn't even understand what she meant at first. The words felt distant, like they belonged to someone else's life. But she looked at me with cold eyes and said, "You don't have a choice." Those words stayed in my head like a storm that never stopped, echoing through my thoughts for days, weeks, even years afterward. My name is Lena. I was 18 years old when everything changed. Before that, my life was not perfect, but it was peaceful in its own quiet way. I lived with my father in a small house on the edge of town. My mother passed away when I was very young, so I don't remember her face clearly, but I remember her voice, soft and warm like sunlight on a gentle morning. My father used to smile more back then, his eyes lighting up when he told stories or when we sat together in the evenings. Everything changed when he married my stepmother, Maya. At first, she acted kind and caring. She cooked my favorite food, asked about my school, and even bought me a dress once. I thought maybe things would be okay. Maybe this is a new beginning. But slowly, her true self came out, like shadows lengthening as the sun sets. It started with small things. "Why are you so slow?" she would say when I cleaned the house. "Other girls your age are better," she would add, with a sharp voice that cut through the air. I tried to be better. I woke up early every day. I cleaned everything until it sparkled. I cooked when she told me to, but nothing was ever enough. No matter how hard I worked, there was always another criticism waiting. My father changed too. He stopped talking to me like before, the warm conversations fading away. When I tried to tell him how I felt, he would just say, "Listen to your stepmother. She knows what is best." Those words hurt me more than anything, because he used to protect me, to stand between me and the world. Now he just watched from the side, or maybe he chose not to see what was happening right in front of him. One evening, I came home from school, tired but hopeful, and found Maya sitting in the living room. She was smiling, but it didn't feel warm. It felt wrong, like a mask hiding something colder. "Come here, Lena," she said. I walked slowly and sat down, my hands folded in my lap. She looked at me from head to toe, studying me carefully. "You are not a child anymore," she said. I stayed quiet, unsure where this was going. She continued, "You need to think about your future." I didn't understand at first. "I want to finish school," I said softly, my voice barely above a whisper. She laughed, a short, unkind sound. "School? That is not important for you." My heart dropped like a stone in deep water. "What do you mean?" I asked, fear beginning to rise. She leaned closer. "I found a good man for you." I froze, the room suddenly feeling smaller. "A man?" I said, confused. "Yes," she said proudly. "He has money, he has a house, he will take care of you." "I don't want that," I said quickly, my words rushing out. "I want to study. I want to choose my own life." Her smile disappeared completely. "You are not in a position to choose," she said coldly, her eyes narrowing. At that moment, my father walked into the room. "Baba," I said, my voice shaking with hope, "please tell her I don't want this." He looked at me, then at her. Then he sighed deeply. "It's a good opportunity," he said. I felt like my chest was breaking into pieces. "Good for who?" I asked,
tears already forming. "For you," he replied, but his voice was weak and uncertain. "No," I said, shaking my head slowly. "This is not my dream." Maya stood up suddenly, her chair scraping against the floor. "Dream?" she said loudly. "Dreams don't feed you. Dreams don't give you a house or security." Tears filled my eyes. "I don't care," I said. "I don't want to marry someone I don't know." She stepped closer to me, her presence feeling like a wall. "You will do as I say," she whispered, her tone leaving no room for argument. I looked at my father again, pleading with my eyes. He didn't say anything. That silence hurt more than her words ever could. It was the kind of silence that breaks hearts. From that day, everything became worse, heavier, more controlling. She stopped letting me go out with friends. She checked my phone constantly. She gave me more and more housework until my hands were sore. "If you want to stay in this house," she said, "you follow my rules." I felt like a prisoner in my own home. One night, I heard her talking on the phone in the next room. "Yes," she said, "she is young and quiet. She will be a good wife." My hands started to shake uncontrollably. They were talking about me like I was an object, not a person, not a daughter, just something to give away for their benefit. The next morning, she handed me a dress. She said, "Wear this," without warmth. "Why?" I asked, already knowing the answer. "You will meet him today." My heart started beating fast like a drum in my chest. "No," I said, stepping back. Her face turned dark with anger. "Don't make this difficult." "I said no," I repeated, but my voice was weak and trembling. She grabbed my arm tightly, her fingers digging in. "You think you have power?" she said. "You have nothing." I pulled my arm away. "I have myself," I said, trying to sound brave. She laughed. "We will see about that." That day, I locked myself in my room. I cried for hours, my body shaking with fear and sadness. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have money, I didn't have anyone to help me, and my own father didn't stand on my side. That night, he knocked on my door gently. "Lena," he said softly. I opened it slowly, hoping for some kindness. "Why are you doing this to me?" I asked. He looked tired, worn down. "I'm not doing anything," he said. "I just want a better life for you." "This is not better," I said. "This is not my choice." He looked down at the floor. "Sometimes we don't get to choose," he said. Those words broke something deep inside me, because I knew if I stayed silent, they would take my life away from me, and no one would stop them. That was the moment I realized I was completely alone in this. After that night, the house no longer felt like my home. It felt like a place where I was waiting for something bad to happen. Maya became more strict every day. She watched everything I did. If I sat for too long, she would shout, "Why are you being lazy?" If I tried to study, she would say, "Stop wasting time. Books won't help you now." One morning, I woke up early to read my school notes. I wanted to hold on to something that still felt like mine, like a small light in the darkness. But she walked in and took the book from my hands roughly. "You still don't understand, do you?" she said. "I just want to finish school," I replied quietly. She threw the book on the floor. "You don't need school where you're going." Her words made my stomach twist with fear. "Where am I going?" I asked, even though I already knew the answer. "To your husband's house," she said with a cold smile. I picked up my book, but I couldn't read anymore. The words became blurry through my tears. That same day, she told me to clean the whole house again. I had already cleaned it in the morning. "Why again?" I asked. "Because I said so," she replied sharply. I stayed silent and started cleaning, but inside I felt something growing, not just sadness anymore, something stronger, something angry and determined. A few days later, she told me we were going to visit someone. "Wear something nice," she said. "I don't want to go," I replied. "You are going," she said firmly. My father was standing near the door. I looked at him, hoping he would say something to help me, but he just avoided my eyes. We got into a car. I sat in the back seat, my hands cold and shaking. After a short drive, we stopped in front of a big house. It was bigger than ours. The gate was tall, the walls were clean, everything looked perfect from the outside, but I felt scared deep in my bones. We walked inside. A man was sitting in the living room. He looked older than my father. His hair was thin, his face had deep lines. When he smiled, it didn't feel kind. He said, "She looks obedient." I felt sick to my stomach. "I am not," I said quietly. Damaya squeezed my arm hard. "Don't be rude," she whispered. The man laughed. "It's okay," he said. "She will learn." Those words made my chest tight with fear. Learn what? To obey? To stay silent? To accept everything without question? We sat down. They started talking about me like I wasn't even there. "She can cook," Damaya said. "She wakes up early," she added. "She doesn't go out much." I wanted to scream. "I'm right here," I said. They both looked at me. "I'm not a thing. You can't just decide my life." The room became quiet. The man's face changed. He looked annoyed. Young girls talk too much these days. "I'm not a child," I replied. Damaya stood up quickly. "That's enough," she said. She forced a smile. "She is just nervous." I stood up too. "I don't want this," I said clearly. My voice was shaking, but I didn't stop. "I don't want to marry him." The man looked at Damaya. His face was now serious. "You told me she agreed." "She will agree," Damaya replied. "No," I said louder. "I won't." My heart was beating so fast, I felt like I couldn't breathe. "Let's go home," I said, looking at my father. He stood up slowly, but he didn't look at me. Instead, he looked at Damaya. She nodded slightly. Then he said, "Sit down, Lena." I froze. "What?" I whispered. "Sit down," he repeated. Tears filled my eyes. "You want this too?" I asked. He didn't answer. That silence again. It felt like a knife twisting in my heart. I slowly sat back down, but my body felt weak. The rest of the visit felt like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. They talked about dates, about money, about arrangements. I just sat there staring at the floor, feeling invisible.
When we finally left, I felt empty inside. In the car, no one spoke, but I could feel it. Something was decided, and I was not part of that decision. That night, I packed a small bag, just a few clothes, my school book, and a photo of my mother. I sat on my bed and looked at the door. Should I run away? Where would I go? I had no money, no friends I could trust with this, no family to turn to. I felt trapped, like a bird in a cage with no way out. The next morning, Damaya came into my room without knocking. "Get ready," she said. "For what?" I asked. "For your engagement," she replied. My heart stopped. "So soon?" I said. "Yes," she answered. "The wedding will be next month." "No," I whispered. She looked at me with sharp eyes. "You are still saying no?" she asked. "Yes," I said louder this time. "I will never agree." Her face became angry. "You are being selfish," she said. "I am being human," I replied. She stepped closer. "If you don't do this," she said slowly, "you will leave this house with nothing." I swallowed hard. "I already have nothing," I said. For a second, she looked surprised. Then she smiled again, a cold, dangerous smile. "We will see about that," she said. Later that day, my father came to my room again. "Why are you making things hard?" he asked. "Because this is my life," I said. He sighed. "You don't understand," he said. "We have problems, money problems." I looked at him. "So you are selling me?" I asked.
His face changed. "Don't say that," he said. "But it feels like that," I replied. He sat down. "This man will help us," he said. "He will support the family." "And what about me?" I asked. "You will live comfortably," he said. "With someone I don't love?" I asked. "Love?" The word felt heavy. He didn't answer. Again, always silence. I looked at him, tears falling down my face. "I just wanted you to protect me," I said. He looked away. And in that moment, I understood something very painful. He chose her. He chose money. He didn't choose me. That night, I cried until I couldn't cry anymore. But inside me, something started to change. The fear was still there. The pain was still there. But now there was also a small voice, a quiet voice. It said, "This is not the end." And for the first time, I started to think, maybe I don't have to accept this. Maybe I can fight back. The day of the engagement came faster than I expected. I didn't sleep the night before. I sat on my bed, holding my mother's photo, staring at her face. "Please help me," I whispered. But the room stayed silent. In the morning, Maya came in with a bright smile. "Today is your big day," she said. It didn't feel like my day. It felt like the end of my life. She placed a dress on the bed. It was beautiful, soft fabric, light color, small flowers. But when I touched it, my hands felt cold. "I'm not wearing this," I said. Her smile disappeared. "You will," she replied. "No," I said again. She walked closer and looked straight into my eyes. "You think you can stop this?" she asked. "Yes," I said, even though my heart was shaking. "I won't go." For a second, she said nothing. Then she turned and walked out. I thought maybe she would give up, but I was wrong. A few minutes later, my father came into the room. He looked serious. "Get ready," he said. "I already told her no," I replied. "You don't understand the situation." "I understand enough," I said. "You are forcing me." His face became hard. "No one is forcing you." I stood up. "Then I can say no, right?" I asked. He didn't answer. I felt anger rising inside me. "Say it," I said. "Say I can refuse." He stayed silent. That silence again. It was always his answer. I laughed, but it sounded broken. "You can't even say it." Before he could reply, Maya walked back in. She wasn't smiling anymore. "Enough talking," she said. Then 2 women I didn't know came into the room. "Help her get ready," Maya told them. My heart started racing. "What is this?" I asked. No one answered. The women walked toward me. "Please," one of them said softly, "don't make trouble." I stepped back. "Don't touch me." But they didn't stop. They held my arms. "Let go!" I shouted. I struggled, but they were stronger. Tears fell down my face. "Baba!" I cried. "Please!" I looked at my father. He was standing near the door, watching, not moving, not helping. That was the moment. The moment everything broke inside me. He didn't look away this time. He looked straight at me, and still he did nothing. The women dressed me like I was a doll. They fixed my hair, they put makeup on my face. I couldn't stop crying, but no one cared. When they finished, Maya looked at me. "Perfect," she said. I looked in the mirror. I didn't recognize myself. The girl in the mirror looked quiet, empty, like she had already given up. "Let's go," Maya said. I didn't move. "I'm not going," I said. Her eyes became cold again. "You don't have a choice," she said. Then she turned to my father. "Tell her," she said. He walked closer to me. For a moment, I thought maybe now he will stop this. But then he said something I'll never forget. "If you don't go," he said slowly, "don't call me your father anymore." My heart stopped. I felt like the ground disappeared under my feet. "What?" I whispered. "You heard me," he said. I stared at him. The man I trusted, the man I loved, the man who was supposed to protect me. He chose them over me. "I am your daughter," I said, my voice shaking. "Then act like it," he replied. Those words destroyed me, because I realized something very painful. To him, being a good daughter meant being silent, obeying, giving up my life for them. I couldn't breathe. Tears kept falling, but I didn't even feel them anymore. Everything inside me felt numb. "Fine," I said quietly. They both looked at me. "I'll go," I continued. Maya smiled again. "I knew you would understand," she said. But she didn't understand, not at all, because in that moment, something inside me changed forever. They took me to the engagement ceremony. There were many people, music, food, smiles. Everyone looked happy, except me. I sat next to the man. He smiled at the guests. Then he leaned closer to me. "Don't worry," he said. "You'll get used to this." I turned my face away. I felt sick. I felt trapped. I felt gone. The ceremony started. People clapped. They talked about our future. They talked about happiness. But all I could hear was noise. Empty noise.
Then someone brought the rings. My hand started shaking again. This is it, I thought. This is where I lose everything. The man picked up a ring. He reached for my hand. I looked at my father one last time, hoping, begging, silently. But he didn't look at me. He was smiling, talking to someone like nothing was wrong. That was the final betrayal. Not the forcing, not the shouting, not the control, but the fact that he acted like it was normal, like my pain didn't exist. Something broke inside me, completely. The man held my hand tighter. "Stay still," he whispered. And in that moment, I stopped crying. I stopped shaking. I stopped feeling afraid, because the pain was too much. And when pain becomes too much, it changes into something else, something stronger. I slowly pulled my hand away. The room became quiet. Everyone looked at me. My heart was beating fast again, but this time it was different. I stood up. "I can't do this," I said. My voice was not shaking anymore. It was clear, strong, and for the first time, I felt like myself again. The room went silent. No music, no talking, just eyes, all on me. "I can't do this," I said again. My voice was calm now, stronger than before. The man stood up quickly. "What are you doing?" he asked, his face angry. "I'm choosing my life," I replied. Maya rushed toward me. "Sit down," she whispered through her teeth. "Don't embarrass us." I shook my head. "I am not your property," I said. Gasps filled the room. People started whispering. "She is crazy. What is happening? This is shameful." I didn't care anymore. For the first time, I really didn't care what they thought. My father walked toward me. His face was red. "You are making a mistake," he said. "No," I answered. "I was making a mistake before. Now I'm fixing it." He looked shocked. "After everything we did for you?" he said. I felt a deep pain in my chest. "Everything?" I repeated. "You mean forcing me? Selling my future?" "Stop talking like that," he shouted. But I didn't stop. "You didn't listen to me," I said. "You didn't protect me." His expression changed. For a moment, I saw something in his eyes. Guilt, but it was too late. The man stepped forward. "This is unacceptable," he said. "You agreed to this marriage." "I never agreed," I replied. "You came here," he said. "I was forced," I answered. The room became louder.
People started talking more. Some looked uncomfortable, some looked angry. Maya grabbed my arm again. "You will sit down right now," she said. I pulled my arm away. "Don't touch me," I said firmly. She looked at me like she didn't know me anymore, and maybe she didn't, because I was not the same girl, not the quiet girl, not the scared girl. That girl was gone. "I'm leaving," I said. "No, you are not," my father said. "Yes, I am," I replied. "If you walk out that door," he said slowly, "don't ever come back." The words were heavy. They hit my heart. This was it, the final choice: stay and lose myself, or leave and lose everything else. I looked around the room. Strangers, fake smiles, empty happiness. Then I looked at my father, the man who chose silence over me. Then I looked at Maya, the woman who tried to control my life. And finally, I looked at myself. I took a deep breath. "I will leave," I said. My voice was soft but strong. I turned around and started walking. Each step felt heavy, but also free. Behind me, I heard shouting, "Lena, stop! You will regret this! Come back!" But I didn't stop. I didn't look back, not even once. I walked out of that house, out of that life, out of that pain, and into the unknown. Outside, the air felt different, fresh, cold, real. I stood there for a moment. My hands were empty. No money, no home, no family. But for the first time, I had something important. I had myself. I started walking down the street. I didn't know where to go, but I kept walking because staying was not an option anymore. After some time, I reached a small bus stop. I sat down and held my bag tightly. Tears started falling again, but this time they were different. Not just pain, but also relief. "I did it," I whispered to myself. "I really did it." A woman sitting next to me looked at me. "Are you okay?" she asked kindly. I nodded slowly. "I will be," I said, and I meant it. That day, I left everything behind, but I didn't lose. I won, because I chose myself. The journey after that was not easy. I worked small jobs. I struggled with loneliness and fear. I felt lonely many nights, wondering if I had made the right choice. But I kept going, step by step, day by day. I went back to school. I studied hard. I built my life again, slowly but strongly. Years later, I stood in front of a mirror again, just like that day. But this time, I recognized the person looking back. She looked tired but proud. She looked strong and free. Sometimes I still think about my father and Maya. I don't hate them, but I don't forget, because their actions taught me something important. No one has the right to control your life. No one has the right to take your voice. And silence can hurt more than words. If I stayed that day, I would have lost everything, but I didn't. I chose to walk away, and that choice saved me. So if you ever feel trapped, if you ever feel like you have no choice, remember this: you always have a choice, even if it's hard, even if it hurts. Choose yourself, because your life belongs to you. Friend, thank you for sitting with this story today. Let it settle gently in your heart. You are stronger than you know. Goodbye for now.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back. In this episode of Learn English with a Short Story, I am going to tell you a short story to help you practice and improve your English. Just before we start, I want to remind you about something. I want you to send me your scary stories.
Send me your stories about strange, scary, or unexplained things that have happened to you. Have you ever had a weird experience that you cannot explain, or a very scary moment that you remember clearly? Write it down, describe it to me, and send it in. I will read all of the stories. The person who writes the best story will win a prize. You will win a copy of Anna Brooks' newest book. You heard her talking about it on the podcast not long ago. The book is called Death by Chocolate. So, the best story wins the book. But also, if I really like your story, I will read it out loud on the podcast in a future episode. So, send me your strange, weird, and scary stories. You can send an email to me at lucateacher@hotmail.com, or you can just leave your story in the comments section of the Anna Brooke episode, which was just a few episodes ago. Right, so to give you some good ideas for scary and strange stories, I am going to tell you a very weird story today. I first heard this story from Dave Allen on his TV show. I don't know if you know Dave Allen. He was a funny man from Ireland. He was a comedian and a great storyteller. He had a very popular TV show in the UK in the 1970s and 1980s. A lot of people loved watching him. I remember watching him on TV when I was young. My parents loved him. The great thing about Dave Allen was that he just sat on a tall chair in front of the people and told stories. He was amazing at telling stories. He was very funny, but his stories were also very interesting. You just had to listen. This is one of his stories. I am going to tell it to you right now. It is called The Bad Room. I want you to listen very, very closely. Here is a little test for your English. What does the last sentence of the story mean? Why is the last line funny or important? Listen carefully. I will explain everything after the story. I will go through the story sentence by sentence and teach you the words. You can learn a lot of English this way. But now, let's begin. Let's read The Bad Room. Here we go. If I may, I would like to tell you a true story. A story about a house that had what people in Ireland call a bad room. This room had a heavy, scary feeling. People were unsure about going into it. They stayed away from it. They talked about it in quiet voices, and they said no to going near it. If visitors heard about the room and asked to see it, the family who lived there always gave a warning. Please do not go near the room. And if you must go near it, go with someone else. Never go alone. This was because the room had a pull, a strange, deadly pull. It pulled people inside, like a piece of metal pulling a magnet. Those who were brave or silly enough to open the door could look inside, but they were never allowed to step over the line of the doorway. And always their friend would stand behind them, ready to hold them back, because once the door opened, the pull got stronger. People wanted to walk inside. They had to be stopped. One foolish young man was very stubborn. He wanted to show everyone that they were wrong. He did not listen to the warnings. People begged him. They got angry with him. They shouted at him. They fought with him. But he said, "No. I will spend the night in that room. I will show you all that this is just silly magic nonsense." He stepped inside the room, and the door, without anyone touching it, closed slowly behind him. And they all waited. They waited until about 6 o'clock in the morning, and then from that room came a scream, a terrible, very scary, freezing scream.
They all ran fast up the stairs and pushed open the door, and there was nothing there. No young man, no sign of him anywhere. The only thing in the room was a strong, bad smell of a dirty animal mixed with hot smoke, and lying on the floor was one single shoe. nothing more. The story got into the newspapers. The news travelled far and wide. Soon, a famous priest heard the story. He was a special priest who hunted ghosts and chased away evil spirits. He decided he would go to this room. He wanted to push out whatever bad thing was hiding there. Again, the people begged him not to do it. Again, he did not listen to the warnings. Before going in, the priest gave the family one rule. He said, "If something bad happens to me in this room, maybe it will be exactly like the young man. Maybe only one of my shoes will be left on the floor. If that happens, I will write the secret of this evil room on my shoe. If I disappear, look at my shoe. The answer to this mystery will be written there." He stepped inside. The door closed behind him. Downstairs, the family sat by the warm fire. They listened to the slow tick-tock of the big old clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock. From upstairs, they heard the priest talking to God. They could smell a light, sweet smoke floating down the stairs. The priest was burning sweet smoke for protection. At about 4:30 in the morning, the family looked at their dog. The dog was sleeping in the fire, but in his sleep, the dog started to make an angry noise. Grrr! As they watched the dog, the hair on the dog's back slowly stood straight up, and finally the dog woke up and made a long, sad, terrifying cry. "Oh!" And then, from the room upstairs, they heard the scream. They ran upstairs. They held tightly to their lights, their crosses, and their holy water. They pushed open the door quickly. The same strong, bad smell hit their noses, and on the floor there was just one single shoe. Shaking with fear, they picked up the shoe. They turned it over to read the secret message, and burned into the bottom of the shoe were 2 words: size 9. Okay, that is the end of the story. Did you get it, everyone? Did you understand the joke? Yes, that is right. It was just a very long joke. In English, we call this a shaggy dog story. This means a story that takes a very long time to tell, and at the very end, the joke is a bit silly and simple.
The last line was size 9. This is what was written on the bottom of the shoe. That is just what you normally find on the bottom of a shoe, right? The size. Everyone thought the priest was going to write a magic secret on the bottom of the shoe, but really it was just the shoe size, size 9. It was just a silly joke, but it is still a fun, scary story. I wonder if you understood it the first time you heard it. Basically, this is a story about a house in Ireland. Ireland is a place where people believe in lots of magic and ghosts. According to Dave Allen, some houses have a bad room. This room is weird. It pulls you inside. If you look inside, you really want to walk in, like a magnet is pulling your body. But if you walk in, a monster or ghost gets you. So people always went with a friend. The friend had to hold their jacket so they didn't walk inside. But one silly young man wanted to show everyone that ghosts are not real. He slept in the room. He screamed in the night. The family ran in. He was gone, and only his shoe was left. Then a ghost-hunting priest decided to try. He said,
If I vanish, I will write the answer to the mystery on my shoe. He goes in, he screams, they run in, he is gone, his shoe is there. They pick it up, expecting a secret message, but it just says size 9, which is printed on the bottom of most shoes anyway. Let me go through the story line by line. I am going to teach you some simple, useful words from this story. You can also practice by repeating the sentences after me. This is a great way to practice speaking English. You can pause the podcast if you want to repeat these lines. A house that had what people in Ireland call a bad room. This room had a heavy, scary feeling. People were unsure about going into it. If you are unsure about doing something, you are hesitant. You don't really want to do it. For example, I heard a strange noise in the dark. I wanted to look, but I was unsure about opening the door. You don't really want to do it. Let's say you go to a party. Everyone is speaking English very fast. You might be unsure about speaking. You feel shy, but then you try and it is fun. So the people were unsure about going into the room.
And then, size 9. Just a joke. Okay, what I am going to do now is a quick vocabulary review. I will ask you a question, and you try to remember the simple English words we just learned. Okay? Here we go. What do we call it when you don't want to do something? You pause and you are not completely willing. You are unsure or hesitant. What do we say when you don't go near a place? You walk the other way. You stay away from it. What is another way to say you speak very softly, almost a whisper? You use a quiet voice. What is the word for when you absolutely say no to doing something? You will not do it. You say no. You refuse. If something can kill you or cause a terrible disaster, what is it? It is deadly. What do we call a piece of metal that sticks to your fridge? A magnet. What do we call the line on the floor in the door frame that separates the outside from the inside? The line of the doorway. If you want to stop a friend from walking into a dangerous room, you grab their jacket and pull them. What is the phrasal verb? Hold them back. What adjective describes someone who will never ever change their mind no matter what you say? Stubborn. What verb means to ask for something with lots of emotion? Please, please. To beg. What verb means to speak angrily to someone because they did a bad thing, like a parent speaking to a naughty child? To get angry with them or to tell them off. What is a stronger word for bad, extremely bad, scary and shocking? Terrible or terrifying. If there is absolutely zero evidence that someone was in a room, you say there is no blank of him, no sign of him. What do we call a smell that is very, very strong and hurts your nose? A strong, bad smell. What phrase means that news went to many, many different places over a long distance? It travelled far and wide. What do we call someone who is known by lots of people for doing good work? Famous. What verb describes waiting secretly in the dark to jump out and scare someone? Hiding. When a dog is scared, what does the hair on its back do? It stands straight up. When you are terrified and your hands are moving and vibrating, what is that called? Shaking. Okay, that is just a little vocabulary review. I hope you found those simple explanations helpful.
You will find a list of this vocabulary on the episode page on my website, along with the text of the story. You can test yourself there. Now, you really should watch the original video of Dave Allen telling this story, because honestly, he does a much better job than me. You must see him telling it to a live audience. He sits in his chair, they turn the lights down low to make it dark, and they add a cool echo effect to his voice. It feels very spooky. He was one of the absolute best storytellers. I will leave a link to the Dave Allen video on the episode page on my website so you can watch it. While I was looking at that video, I looked at the comments section and I found a comment that is a perfect example of the kind of scary story I want you to send me for the competition. Remember, you only have 3 days left to send me your scary stories. The end date is the 30th of April 2026. Send them quickly. Though if you are a day or two late, I might still read it. Here is the story I found in the YouTube comments. It goes like this. My sister-in-law decided to take a long drive from Wales to Scotland. She was driving near a hilly area when a huge, dark rainstorm started. It was too dangerous to drive, so she decided to find a B&B. A B&B is a bed and breakfast, a small house where you pay to sleep and eat breakfast. The house she found was a very old, traditional, dark Victorian house. It looked a bit scary. In the middle of the night, the storm got much worse. The wind was blowing hard. The windows were shaking and making loud noises, exactly like in a horror movie. Suddenly, she noticed the handle on her bedroom door. The metal handle was moving, slowly going down and up. Someone was trying to open the door. She was so scared she hid completely under her thick blanket. She just lay there in the dark, listening to the wind and watching the door handle move up and down, up and down. Finally, morning came. The sun came up. The dark storm went away. She got out of bed and went downstairs to the kitchen to eat breakfast. The woman who owned the house was pouring tea. She started to talk about the weather. She said, "Wow, that was a terrible storm last night. I hope it didn't scare you too much." My sister-in-law was just about to tell her about the scary ghost touching her door handle, but before she could speak, the owner said, "Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you yesterday. My stupid cat has learnt to jump up and push door handles to open doors, and the room you slept in is his favourite room. He loves to sleep in there. I hope the cat didn't wake you up last night." So, the scary ghost opening the door in the middle of the dark night was just a cute little house cat trying to get to its favourite bed. There you go. All right, look, that's the end of the episode today. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked this episode, then please subscribe to my podcast. Every week I will send you something interesting to listen to. Listening regularly is the absolute best way to improve your English. Sometimes I tell stories like this. Sometimes I chat with friends. Sometimes I just talk about life. I do lots of different things to help you practice. But the real secret is just listening a lot over a long time. I've been doing this podcast for about 17 years. I've been teaching English for over 25 years. I really know how to help you learn. If you want more, you can get my premium episodes. In the premium episodes, I do deep vocabulary lessons, big quizzes, and I teach you exactly how to pronounce things. I say a sentence, and you repeat it after me to get the perfect accent. You also get PDFs and 0 advertisements. But for now, please leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of the story. Did you understand the joke at the end? Did you expect the shoe to say size 9? I can't wait to read your thoughts. Until next time, I will say to all of you, wherever you are in the world, whatever you are doing today, Goodbye. Bye, bye, bye.
Hello, friend. I'm Hope, and I'm truly glad you're here with me today. Welcome to English with Uma, a calm space for your mind and your heart. In this channel, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to hurry. Here, we learn English slowly and listen gently. No pressure, no stress. And here, you are never alone. Wherever you are in the world, I'm right here with you. So relax your shoulders, take a slow breath, and let's begin. Friend, I want to ask you something. I want you to sit with it, really sit with it, before you answer. When you make a mistake, even a small one, what is the first thing you say to yourself inside? That quiet, instant reaction, that flash of a thought before you can stop it. Is it gentle? Is it patient? Is it kind? Or is it something sharper? Something like, I'm so stupid, or why do I always do this, or I can't get anything right. Take a moment, just breathe and think. For so many of us, and I include myself in this, that inner voice is not kind. It is not the voice of a good friend. It is not the voice of someone who believes in us. It is demanding. It is impatient. It is often cruel. And the strange thing is, we don't even notice it anymore because it has been there for so long. That voice is like background noise, like the sound of the city you live in. When you first arrive somewhere new, you hear everything: the traffic, the horns, the distant music from an open window. But after a while, you stop hearing it. It becomes normal. And that is exactly what happens with our inner voice. It becomes normal. We stop realizing it's there. We stop questioning what it says. We just absorb it. We live inside it. We begin to believe it. And slowly, without even knowing it, we start treating ourselves the way that voice treats us. We hold back. We shrink. We push ourselves past exhaustion because the voice says we haven't done enough. We lie awake at night replaying old conversations because the voice says we said the wrong thing. We stand in front of the mirror and see only what is missing. All of this starts with the words we say to ourselves in the quiet spaces of our minds. That is what today is about: self-talk. The language you whisper to yourself when no one is listening. The language that runs underneath your days, like a quiet current beneath still water. This story you are constantly telling yourself about who you are. Because here's what I have come to understand, after a lot of stumbling and learning and sitting with my own difficult thoughts. The way we talk to ourselves is one of the most important things in our lives, more important than what other people say about us, more powerful than any single event or circumstance. Because that voice never stops. It is there when you wake up. It is there during meetings, during meals, during that quiet minute between tasks. It is there when you fall asleep. And if that voice is unkind, if it constantly finds fault, if it constantly reminds you of your failures, if it measures you against some impossible standard, then no matter what you achieve on the outside, something inside you will always feel like it isn't enough. But here's the hope, the real hope. That voice is not fixed. It is not permanent. It is not the truth. It is a habit. And habits can be changed, not overnight, not easily, but slowly, gently, with patience and practice. That voice can soften. It can become something that feels less like a critic and more like a companion. Today, I want to walk that road with you. Are you ready? Let's go.
I want to tell you a story. It is not my story exactly, but parts of it feel very close to home, and I think parts of it might feel close to yours too. Her name was May. May was 31 years old. She lived in a city she had moved to for work. She had a good job, a small apartment she had decorated carefully, plants by the window, books she kept meaning to read. From the outside, her life looked together. But May had a secret, not the kind you tell someone at 2 in the morning. It was quieter than that. It was the voice. May had lived with that voice her whole life. She had just never thought of it as something separate from herself. She thought it was her. The voice that said, "You're behind," when she opened her work email in the morning. The voice that said, "Everyone noticed," when she stumbled over her words in a meeting. The voice that said, "You should be further along by now," when she saw a friend's success on her phone. That voice. She thought it was just thinking. She thought it was what it meant to be her. There was one afternoon, a Tuesday. She told me later that the specific day still mattered to her. She sat down to eat lunch alone at her desk. She had a bowl of noodles she had made that morning. She opened a book, and for one small, quiet moment, she felt okay. And then the voice started. "You shouldn't be eating at your desk. You look lonely. You should be using this time more productively. Why are you reading that? You never finish anything you start." She put the book down, she pushed the noodles aside, she opened her laptop instead. And later that evening, on the bus ride home, she sat by the window, she watched the city moving outside, and she realized something. She had not enjoyed a single moment of that lunch. Not the food, not the quiet, not the book. She had sat there and been eaten alive by her own thoughts. And suddenly, she felt it, like a cold wave of recognition. This is what it's always like. Not sometimes, not occasionally, always. Every meal, every rest, every quiet moment, the voice was there, picking, pushing, judging, and she had never once questioned it. She had never once said, "Wait, is this voice right? Is this really how I deserve to be spoken to?" She got off at her stop. She walked to her apartment. She sat on the edge of her bed in the dark for a long time. And then she did something small. She picked up her journal, a notebook she had barely written in. She opened it to an empty page. She wrote one question at the top. Would I say these things to someone I love? And then she sat very still because the answer came quickly, and it was devastating in the gentlest way. No, she would never say those things to someone she loved. She would never look at a friend eating lunch alone and say, "You look lonely, you're wasting time." She would never tell a friend who stumbled in a meeting, "Everyone noticed, you embarrassed yourself." She would never look at someone she cared about and say, "You should be further along by now." She would say, "You're doing fine. That was a hard day. Rest. I'm proud of you for still trying." So why was she saying the other things to herself? That was the question that changed May. Not immediately, not in a single flash of transformation. Healing is never like that. It's more like the way winter becomes spring. You don't notice the exact moment the air changes, but one morning you walk outside and something is different. Something is warmer. For May, that evening was the beginning of a new season. She didn't fix her inner voice overnight. She didn't wake up the next morning suddenly feeling worthy, but she started to notice. She started catching the voice mid-sentence. She started asking, is this true or is this fear? She started very slowly and very imperfectly to talk back. Not with aggression, not with forced positivity, but with something quieter, something that sounded like, "I see you're worried, but I am going to be okay."
And slowly, so slowly, the air began to change. May's story isn't finished. None of our stories are. But she is in a warmer season now. And that is enough. That is more than enough. I share May's story because I think many of us are on that bus, looking out the window, living inside a voice that has never once been questioned. And maybe, just maybe, today is the day you write that first question in your own journal. Would I say these things to someone I love? Let that sit with you. Let's keep going. Now, I want to share 3 things, 3 insights that have genuinely shifted something in me. And I want to be honest with you. I am not standing above you looking down at these lessons. I am sitting right beside you, still learning, still practicing, still having days when that voice is louder than I'd like. But these 3 things, they have helped me, and I want them to help you too. The first thing I want you to remember, your inner critic is not your enemy. It is a frightened part of you trying to keep you safe. I know that can be hard to believe. How can something so unkind be trying to help? But stay with me for a moment. Think about how that voice developed. You were not born with it. No child comes into the world telling themselves they're not good enough. Children fall down. They laugh. They get up and try again. They draw messy pictures and show them proudly. They sing without worrying if their voice is perfect. So something happened. Maybe when you were young, love felt conditional sometimes. Maybe you learned that mistakes had real consequences. Maybe someone important in your life was very hard to please, and so you learned to be hard on yourself first. Or maybe you just grew up in a world that constantly measured people, performance, grades, appearance, achievement, and your mind, trying to protect you, built a system, a kind of defense. If I criticize myself before anyone else can, the criticism won't hurt as much when it comes from outside. Do you see what the voice was trying to do? It was trying to protect you in its clumsy, painful, exhausting way. It was trying to love you. I remember the first time I truly understood this.
Instead of bolting the shutters closed when a harsh thought arrives, don't fight it. Place your hand on your chest, feel the warmth of your own touch, and say, I feel this, but I am more than this feeling, and I am safe. Your hand, your warmth, your own presence. Sometimes that is all you need to get through the next few minutes. And sometimes the next few minutes is all you need to get through. The third music thing I want you to remember, the words you repeat to yourself, music, become the world you live in. Let me tell you about something small. There is a kind of tree called a bonsai. A bonsai can live for hundreds of years. It can survive harsh conditions. At its core, it is a full and living tree. But the shape it takes, the way it grows, depends entirely on music, how it is tended, where it is placed, how it is shaped day after day, music, season after season. The tree does not choose its shape. The shape is created by patient, consistent attention over a very long time. I think the mind is a little like that. The thoughts we tend to most, the ones we repeat, the ones we return to again and again, those thoughts grow. They shape the landscape of our inner world. They become the architecture of how we see ourselves. And most of us have been tending to the same critical thoughts for years, decades even. Not smart enough, not successful enough, not disciplined enough, not their music yet. We have watered those thoughts so carefully, so consistently, that they have grown tall and strong and deeply rooted, and they feel like the truth. But they are not the truth. They are the result of repetition. And here, music is the quietly revolutionary idea. If repetition created them, repetition can reshape them. Not quickly, not without effort, not without days when the old thoughts feel louder than ever, but slowly, with music, with patience, with consistency, you can begin to tend different thoughts. Not fake thoughts, not forced positivity, not telling yourself everything is perfect when it isn't, just a slightly kinder framing. Instead of, I'm so far behind, maybe I am exactly where I am, and I am moving. Instead of, I always mess things up, maybe I made a mistake.
that is part of learning. Instead of nobody cares about me, maybe I feel alone right now, and I am still someone worth caring for. Small shifts, small seeds, one music a day, just one. You don't have to believe it completely when you say it. The belief comes later. First comes the practice, then comes the feeling, then comes the belief. I used to think I had to feel something before I could say it, but I've learned it often works the other way around. You say it quietly to yourself in the dark, and then slowly something in your body begins to follow. Tonight, before you sleep, write down one sentence, one kind, honest sentence about yourself. It doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as, "Today was hard and I kept going," or "I tried and that matters," or just, "I am learning and that is enough." Write it. Say it out loud if you can, even in a whisper. Let your own voice be kind to you, even once, even just tonight. Friend, I want to slow down now. I mean, really slow down. Not as a host, not as someone presenting a lesson, just as someone who sees you, someone who wants you to feel less alone in this. Can I speak to you directly for a few minutes? I think you are tired, not just the kind of tired that sleep fixes, a deeper tired, the tired that comes from holding yourself to a standard that never stops moving, the tired that comes from finishing something and immediately shifting your eyes to the next thing you haven't done yet, the tired that comes from spending years being your own strictest judge. I know that tired. It lives in the chest, doesn't it? Not a sharp pain, more like a weight, a quiet, persistent heaviness that you carry into every room. And the hardest part? Most people can't see it, because from the outside, you look fine. You function, you show up, you smile at the right moments, you answer messages, you get things done. But inside, that voice is running, quietly, constantly, like a machine that was never given an off switch. Not enough, not yet, almost, but not quite. And you've been listening to it for so long, measured by it for so long that it has started to feel like your own voice. But it isn't. I want you to hear that. That voice, the one that says you are falling short, that you should be further along, that everyone else seems to manage this more easily than you do, that voice is not the voice of truth. It is the voice of exhaustion. It is the voice of years of pressure placed on you before you were old enough to question them. It is the voice of fear wearing the costume of reason. And fear can be so convincing. It speaks with authority. It presents evidence. It sounds logical. It uses your own memories against you. But it is not the whole story. It is never the whole story. Because the voice that tells you what you haven't done never counts what you have done. It never counts the morning you got up when you genuinely didn't want to. It never counts the time you had a hard conversation and stayed honest anyway. It never counts the day you were falling apart on the inside and you still showed up. It never counts the quiet, invisible acts of courage that happen inside you every single day. The things no one sees, the things no one applauds, the things that take more strength than anyone around you will ever know. The voice doesn't count those, but I do, and I want you to start counting them too.
You are not behind. I know it can feel that way. I know there are days when you look at your life and it feels like everyone around you is moving forward, building things, becoming things, and you are somehow standing still. But you are not standing still. You are growing, even on the days when you can't feel it, even on the days when all you did was survive, even on the days when the best you could do was get through to the evening. That is growth. That is strength. That counts. I also want to say something about comparison, because I think it lives underneath so much of this. When we compare our inner world to other people's outer world, we will always lose. We see their highlight. We feel our full story. We see their confident presentation. We feel our private doubt. We see their finished product. We feel our messy middle. And we think, Something is wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with you. You are just seeing yourself honestly and comparing that honesty to someone else's surface. That is not a fair comparison. It was never a fair comparison.